Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boys Jack and Dave here to provide you guys this watch along. Another London derby here, everyone, and it is the opportunity for revenge and the opportunity for redemption from the North London derby defeat, and as well as revenge from what should have been a convincing win against Chelsea, but the referee took it into his own hands, as did us. Also, I think kind of the Spurs mentality kind of creeped into that game, and we let it slip. But now here's a huge chance to make Chelsea's season even worse, make it even more miserable for them. They're way down the table, pretty much with nothing left to play for. You could say even their cup final is really this game because they haven't had many opportunities really to be all that happy or really to celebrate much of anything. But I think against Spurs is, as always, their biggest game of the season. And so let's spoil it for them. Terrible record away from home at the Bridge, but there is a big split in the fan base. Plenty of people, strangely, as you know, me included, confident actually in this game. More confident, I would admit, than I was in the North London derby. This is the game where if we were to win one of these crucial big London derbies, this is the one I actually think we have a better chance of, because this Chelsea team, I do mean it, can be pretty terrible. And if we can get one of those terrible performances from them, if we can even be half of our best selves, I think we can pull out a result today. But Dave, the lineups are in, and not really much to say because, you know, this is the lineup that you wanted. This is the lineup that you predicted. How do you feel? Plenty of people giving you your kudos in the chat.
I mean, you'd swear I understood football or something like that, Jack. Or I had, I knew what team was coming out. No, look, I just went with the team that I thought would give us the best chance of winning this game in terms of all around, in terms of what we need defensively, what we need in midfield, and what we need going forward. And hopefully tonight, this starting lineup proves me right. I've been arguing about getting Richie back in the team down there and moving Son out to the left. You kindly let me know before the game he's up against Gilchrist, so that should be an avenue we should get at Chelsea tonight. Kulusevski through the middle. I mean, I like it in two aspects, Jack. One, in years gone by, regardless of the performances the 11 were putting in, they just went out and played the next week. Postecoglou sent out a statement tonight, dropping someone like James Maddison, vice captain, dropped him tonight. He's sending out a statement to everybody else. Anyone else in that starting lineup or in that dressing room tonight would be the first thing they'll be sitting there thinking, well, hang on, if he can do that to James Maddison, he can do that to me. So it gets them thinking about the game, gets them a bit more switched on, and hopefully you'll see that replicating in terms of the performance tonight. But as well, I think it gives us the combativeness we need to be able to settle ourselves into the game and maybe assert a bit of dominance earlier on with Sarr in there, Basuma in there, Kulu in there, Richie in there, Emerson in there, Romero, Van de Ven. I think it gives us that combativeness that we need, but also players that are good in possession as well. So for me, I'm very happy with the lineup and hope it works out in my favour. I mean, look, you don't have to, but you can call me Mystic Dave if you want. I don't mind.
And Mystic Dave, this means it could all be on him if we end up not getting the result that we want. That's what plenty of people are saying in the chat. It's on you now, Dave. Now that your lineup has come through, all the pressure is now on. But everybody, in case you can't see the screen, in case you haven't been able to update yourself, we do have Vicario in goals, Pedro Porro at right back, Romero and Van de Ven as per usual at center back, and we have Emerson Royale, my man, coming in at left back. Like I said before, I don't think you can expect a terrific performance from him, but I should, expect it to be better than what Ben Davies provided last time out in the North London derby. It's going to be nothing glamorous, nothing sexy, but I think Royale can do a job for us tonight coming up against Noni Madueke. But we have Basuma and Sarr joining together in midfield with Kulusevski taking Maddison's spot in the number 10 role. Maddison joining the bench with a few other players there. That is a big call by Ange Postecoglou. And Brennan Johnson and Kulusevski playing at the same time. Not too often do we get to see that. Brennan Johnson on the right wing, Richarlison down the middle as the striker. That's a lovely return we like to see. And Sonny back to where we think he's at his best. Back to where we think he can cause problems, where he can be that danger man on the left wing. And he'll be coming up against a Chelsea Youth Academy prospect and I think Gilchrist, so he should be licking his lips, Sonny. This is a great player, I think, to teach a Premier League lesson to show what it's all about, and Sonny, I hope he gets back to his best form today. And on the bench, I think we had, the one and only Mikey Moore as well, Dave, on the bench. I mean, signs to come for what this kid is going to be in the future. He's getting his bench. I think he was on the bench last time, or, if I'm not mistaken, in the North London derby. Here's another opportunity for him.
Look, I'm absolutely delighted. It's clearly one that Tottenham are maybe pinning their hopes on and look at for next season. But also, with the under 21s being in action tonight, that's probably why he's also in there. He trained with the first team for the last 3 weeks, and I'm just been very impressed with how he's sort of handled himself and conducted himself, and has said he hasn't looked out of place whatsoever. So I'm very excited, and I would love to see him get some minutes off the bench. And it's clear that they're maybe going to involve him in around the match day squad in a couple of minutes here and there, maybe in terms of a view for next season, beefing up the squad with him. Because I have argued, we do have to look at the academy at some point. We're not going to keep spending 47 millions on Johnsons for that sort of quality. So, hopefully the kid gets an opportunity tonight, and I'll have to see that. So look, a lot riding on tonight. I line up, but I got exactly what I wanted. There's no hiding places tonight. But lastly, one thing I will on the lineup as well, Jack, is that there's a lot of height in there. There's a lot of players that do like to go and attack the ball. So hopefully it helps us from set pieces, the squad. And just quickly, the under 21s were so close to conceding there.
Yeah, just maybe try to give your internet maybe a slight refresh, Dave, because it was a little kind of, choppy and a little staticky there for a second.
Give me 1 second.
No worries. Sue Smith says, come on, you Spurs. We'll pop in and out. Not much hope for tonight. Come on, Spurs. Surprise me. Hey, Sue. I think that's what we're looking for. Looking for a big surprise tonight. Hey, everyone. Good to see you all, though. I'm going to get to the chat, though. Please, everybody, do smash that like button for us. Do send in your chats. Do send in your thoughts ahead of this game. Let us know, too, if we're sounding okay, if everything's looking good when it comes to the audio or visuals or anything like that as well. Please let us know, everybody, because now would be a good time for it. Good to see you, though, Sue Smith, as is Tony H. joining us. MV Joker as well. Excited about Mikey Moore on the bench, as he should be. Mark, member of the Mark Army. Always good to see the Mark Army in the house. He's saying, Dave, kudos to you and your team selection. MV Joker Davis, Ribsy85, the one and only Ribsy85, you absolute legend. Good to see you in the house, sir. Really have appreciated your support throughout these numerous roller coasters, and we've been through plenty of Chelsea games before together. Paul Brown in here as well. Good to see you, Paul Brown, as well as Sean Johnston. Daniel Larson, Daddy Larson, good to see you, sir. Please just beat this crap Chelsea team, and then I am happy, and the season can end for me. Come on, you Spurs. Big up, Jack. Dave in the chat. Daniel, looks like this is your final game that you would like Spurs to deliver for you. Then you can rest easy. Then you can look forward to the next season. So, Daniel, I hope they deliver for you tonight, my friend. I really hope they do. Big up, sir. Have appreciated your support, like I said, to Ribsy85 over these years, over these numerous roller coasters. King Hoddle, exact 11 I wanted, delighted with that, and they have a second choice back four and no bench. Seriously, if we lose this game, there has to be a steward's inquiry. I hope 2-2, but there is enough there to win it. Come on, you Spurs. King Hoddle, I would take a point. As much as I think Spurs could get more out of this one, I think a point would, especially if it were a convincing game, a convincing result and a convincing performance. I think Spurs should then be able to get some, what would you call, some faith back, some trust back from the rest of from the media, from the Spurs fans in general. So big up to you, King Hoddle. I definitely can agree with that and can get behind that. Big up to Mark New as well, another member of the Mark Army. Martin Knightsbridge in the house as well. Good to see you, Martin Knightsbridge. Hopefully you're keeping well. And yeah, absolutely need the boys to play for the shirt tonight. Alberto joining us, James Paratrooper, Rain Man. Big up to you, Rain Man. Mick Hermelach, as well as Jim Mack, Stevie Webb, Donovan Osterreicher, the one and only Dono Vision, and so many more in the house. Good to see you all. And Dark Sun G joining us. He says, come on, you Spurs. Let's get revenge on the 11-man Blues today. Dark Sun G, this Chelsea team, man, we owe them a bit of revenge. That was one of the best opening starts I'd ever seen Spurs have in our 4-1 defeat, and it just completely went the opposite direction that anybody could have expected. We were all over them. That game was looking like Spurs were going to be beating Chelsea probably by 4 or 5 goals, really, and we just gave them that sort of buy-in back into the game, let them off, really. So I do hope we get a big performance today. And like I said, revenge and redemption. Revenge for Chelsea for that last game we played them, but also redemption, I think, too, with this kind of Arsenal, performance of recent. So Dark Sun G definitely can get behind you with that one. And then he also says, Dave, we have the better squad. Let's win with these 2 games. Do you agree, Dave, that this is, on paper, actually, you combine the 2 11s here, Spurs are actually the better team and maybe even the better squad?
Look, I definitely think we're the better team for sure. I think we're the better. Like, that's been proven so far this season, right? Okay, we haven't been as good recently, but Chelsea have been like that all season long. So we are the better team. When it comes to a better squad, look, it's hard to make that argument. I mean, Chelsea have what? I know they're missing 14 players, but they've also got a squad of like nearly 40. So, I mean, they have a big squad to choose from. But in terms of togetherness, I would say we've probably a better squad for sure in terms of togetherness and stuff like that. And that can go a long way at times. And hopefully, Dark Sung Ji, like you alluded to, that will show out tonight. That will play out. I mean, we've won once up there in 34 years. We have to rewrite history at some point. And tonight is the night. After the back of Newcastle, off the back of the North London Derby, they owe us two performances. I think if we win tonight, I think Liverpool have probably already given up hopes on the title. Things don't look right between Klopp and Salah. I think there's a huge opportunity for us to go and win there as well at the weekend. But it starts with tonight, and it starts with that squad putting a bit of belief and fight back into the fans for the last games of this season and show that, look, you may think it's over, but we don't. We've got fight left in us. So let's wait and see what happens. And by the way, the under-21s have gone down 1-0.
Oh, no. Especially, this is... Yeah, that's not good signs, not good omens for the game to come.
No.
Hopefully, we can, have somebody deliver tonight. We need somebody, the ladies have a great chance to deliver a trophy, as do the under-21s, and we need somebody to show up for us this weekend. Big up Dark Sun G, though, and I said to you, I said to the members, said to Dave, this is the one I've reserved more confidence for, Dark Sun G. Let me know if you're in a similar boat. With the North London Derby, just wasn't really behind it as much. I felt like that was going to be a taller task, a taller order for us to get a result in. But this one, call me crazy, I'm a happy clapper, always calling myself that, but this is the one I'm definitely feeling a lot more happy clapping for and expecting, weirdly, a better performance. And he also says, all we have to do is block Palmer and they are done for. I mean, it's so true, though, Dave. It is definitely Palmer FC, this Chelsea team. Without him, I mean, they would probably really be kind of close to a relegation fight. I know there's that sort of bounce back. Well, somebody would have replaced the assists and the goals. I'm not really sure. It looks like they've gotten the majority of their signings wrong, this Chelsea team, but the one they got right was Cole Palmer. I think it's Cole Palmer FC. If we stop him, we pretty much stop this Chelsea team.
Yeah, look, 100%. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I mean, I really like the guy. I think he's got back-to-back hat-tricks in his last two home games, if stats are correct on that one. He's absolutely phenomenal. What I don't want to see is them doing this celebration tonight. It's going to be an absolute piss take if I see that tonight, so hopefully we can thwart that. I think if you take him out the game, to a large degree, I think you stop Chelsea. He's been the one that's popped up in clutch moments, in big moments. And I would say to anyone that maybe, go to give the Brennan Johnson the excuse about his age. Cole Palmer's younger, and look what he's doing. So being young isn't always necessarily a good thing, and there's different levels between what they offer, and that is the level where Johnson needs to get to, but I'd also argue Maddison needs to get to as well. So we do need to stop him. One other player I would say look out for is Madueke. He's ex-Tottenham. He turned down a contract at Tottenham at 17 years of age because he backed himself to be good enough to go across the continent and game first-team football. And so far, he's been proven right in his decision. He's made it back to the Premier League. I wouldn't be so. He's got a point to prove tonight. He could very well turn up tonight. So we have to keep him quiet too.
Yeah, and as we know, he's very jealous of Cole Palmer and all the goals that he's scoring, so much so that he's willing to steal penalties from him. But Dark Sun G, I do think if we end up stopping, the source of their goals, because he's either been the goal scorer for them most often, or he's been the creator of their goals, Cole Palmer. So you just have to take him out of the game. He's been a bit of a penalty merchant, I would say, as well, as good as he has been. A lot of those goals that have been scored, a lot of them are penalties. So can't give them any of those, Dark Sun G. We know that the referees will be eager to do so. Ian Cook says, good evening, Jack and Dave, and good to have you back, Dave. Hope you had a good time in London, and come on, you Spurs. I was missing Dave for the watch along. As great as Ash is, we have that sort of, it's like dude, going out to date with your missus or something like that, Ian Cook. It's just not the same without Dave on these watch alongs. Big up to Ashmatic, though, and everybody who do check out Spurs Kings TV once again. But Dave, it's good to have you back, Ian Cook. He's glad to see you back here, and he hopes you had a great time in London. But now here's an opportunity for another London derby, and we're doing it via the watch along.
No, look, it's good to be back. Look, as much as I enjoyed being at the game, I do miss doing these watch-alongs and not being with you, Jack. I did describe to you, before I left, it's almost like we were having a mini breakup or something, or it felt like maybe you were cheating on me or I was cheating on you, one of us going to the game and the other one sitting here with Ash. But it's good experience being at the game. I mean, being there live, I did pick up on a few things, tactically and stuff like that. But ultimately, the result when you go to these trips, it does dictate how the trip goes, to be brutally honest. And I mean, I can't sit there and say I had a great time after the game and that, because I didn't, because Tottenham clears out very quickly if we lose. If we would have won, it would have been a party all night long, and I probably would have a better thing to say about it. But look, I'm back. I'm ready to go for the Chelsea game. And we'll probably get the win tonight because me and Jack are back together. The boys are back. The bands are back.
Appreciate you, Ian Cook, and appreciate the Cook Army. Mark Cook, so many good cooks out there. Appreciate the Cook Army, absolute legends.
Now you'd be having a field day.
Yeah, you would definitely enjoy this crew of flag cappers of the Cooks. Dark Sun G as well saying, I want to see Cootie, Sun, Richie, and Johnson goals today, and a Mikey Moore goal as well, and to see more play maybe is what he means as well. I'd love to see a more goal, but just to give him that opportunity towards the tail end of this season would be brilliant, Dark Sun G, because he really is the future, as is Jamie Donnelly, Dorrington, Tyrese Hall, so many others in this academy really are the future. But I want to see Sonny get back on the score sheet, Dark Sun G. It's just been sad to see him kind of lose that confidence in himself since he's been playing up front. Don't get me wrong, as much as Dave and I have probably said, it's just not natural for him. It's not his best position. I think in a way we also were sort of forced to play him through the middle because of the injuries to Richarlison. There was that choice of Kulusevski that Dave did bring up in the past. I was with that, but it did leave Postecoglou with tough choices. And Sonny, I think, had to kind of take one for the team, really, if that's the right way to put it, and play through the middle. But I think now that he's on the left wing, back to where Dave and I think he is at his best, coming up against a guy like Gilchrist, I'd like to think that Sonny really has a great chance to get on the score sheet today, get that confidence back into him. And Dave, we all know this, but everyone, I think even if they're a Spurs fan, not a Spurs fan, everyone likes to see Sonny smiling, likes to see him scoring. He's one of those players just so likable when he is playing well.
Yeah. No, look, 100%. Look, I think you'll see a rejuvenated Son tonight. I think he'll be on fire. He'll be licking his lips going up against Gilchrist, but also getting back on the ball where he wants to affect games. You can almost see instantly putting him out onto left, put fear into Arsenal. They started retreating every time he got the ball. He started driving them back. When I was there at the game, they had no fear with him playing through the middle. Absolutely none whatsoever. Under 21s have gone down 2-0, not good at all. But they had no fear when he was playing with his back to goal. But when he was playing running at them, they started dropping off. And it's almost how the opposition perceive it as well. And I think putting something back out to the left tonight will work. And look, I want to see a confident Son. I've always argued for him to be out on the left because he's our best creator in the team. And I think you're going to get back that tonight. I think, Jack, you made a point to me that was almost sapping him of confidence continuing to play him through the middle, there towards the end of it. And I think you'll see a much more rejuvenated Son tonight, a much more confident Son tonight. Now, look, he doesn't have a good record against Chelsea. I think he scored 2 over his last 10 against Chelsea. But I think he'll step up tonight. I think he will score, and if not, he'll definitely assist a couple and lead the line. I think he's going to be absolutely delighted to be put back out on the left-hand side. You wait and see.
And Romero, we know Dark Sun G was due probably a hat trick in his last game, so hopefully those go in this game instead, because he was very unlucky to not have scored more goals in that North London derby. Perhaps he's saving them up for this one. Johnson goals, Richie goals, definitely would be celebrating those as well. Big up Dark Sun G. And then Paul Markey, good to see you, Paul, says hugely disappointed that Matters starts, not Gio. I think he means that he's disappointed that Matters, if he is going to be dropped, that Gio Lo Celso, right, isn't starting in his place instead. Let me know, Paul. Like, you're a big Gio fan? I know you are, right? And Dave and I definitely are not. I'm surprised you still tolerate us with some of our criticisms of Gio. It just shows how good of a fan you are that you're able to listen to such different opinions that are very contrary to your own. But when it comes to Matters, man, I think he did need to be dropped. And Kulusevski's been put in instead, through the middle, where a lot of people think is his best position anyways. And Kulusevski probably would like to think that's his best position too, or where he would like to play more often. So here's a chance for Kulusevski, who I think has more of a future really with this club than Gio Lo Celso. So that probably is why Ange has played him through there. But Dave, Paul Markey, sad not to see Gio playing instead of Maddison.
Look, I don't think Paul Markey's alone. I think Big T out there, he's probably the same as well. You
Yeah,
know,
that's right.
Jose, there's a few out there.
That's right.
Look, I think a lot of Spurs fans are. Look, me personally, I just don't see the player. Everyone describes a player to me, but I don't see it. And until I do, I'm not going to advocate for this guy to get a minute. And I know there was rumours maybe over the last week or two that he could get a new contract, but I question how the validity of them rumours, because if he was, he'd be starting tonight. Make no doubts about it. The fact that he's put Kulu in there, it still says to me that maybe there is no future for Lo Celso beyond this season. I don't think Ange suffers fools lightly, and unfortunately, I think Lo Celso missed his chance when Maddison was out. He didn't stay fit, and that's been his biggest problem at Tottenham Hotspur. Look, if he comes in and he does well tonight and whatever, and he changes the game if it's needed and stuff, I might soften my stance. But I think it's probably very telling that he's put Kulu back in there instead of Lo Celso, Jack.
It probably is telling, and I've said this before, Paul, that it was already a concern to me that Højbjerg, someone who we really certifiably know doesn't have much of a future here much longer, was still being picked ahead of Lo Celso when there was, sort of that need for creativity. I wonder if it had to do with the injuries, because he was expected to be that backup to Maddison this season. And when he had the opportunities to do it, Paul, as I complained to you in the past, Lo Celso is just never fit, never available for when he really is needed, for when we really could have used him. And I wonder if maybe Ange is just frustrated by that. Maybe his training, too, is something you might be seeing in training. Doesn't fill him with confidence, or he doesn't feel like he deserves it. Let me know, man. But yeah, it looks like he has confidence in other players instead of Gio Lo Celso. And some of the rumors then that he's going to have his contract renewed, I really would be surprised by that, because it just looks like Ange really doesn't see much in him, or doesn't see that sort of a future with him. But let us know, Paul. Really do appreciate you, sir, as always, and good to see you in the house. Dark Sun G says we both lost our center back. We lost both our center back and Matters in that game versus Chelsea. No Enzo Fernandez, Chilwell, Gusto, James, Thiago Silva, or Disasi for them. Sad that Cudi can't get revenge on Enzo Fernandez. Can't see Jackson scoring again. I mean, Dave, it's their revenge has already started in the fact that Chelsea are now going to be without a ton of players for this game. So, and you could say the revenge has already started. But yeah, no Enzo Fernandez. I think Romero will be fine to see him, not available at this one. But big game for Romero, Dark Sun G, because he was very unlucky, and you like to think that in the past he's been unlucky maybe to this in these Chelsea performances. Huge game for Romero to right the wrongs of the past. But yeah, Dave, no, not a lot of players available for this Chelsea team.
No, they're absolutely obliterated with injuries. And look, if we go out here and we if we can smash Chelsea, we could end Poch's Chelsea career, which would be, the ultimate revenge for what happened earlier on in the season. Look, I know Postecoglou played down the likes of revenge, and he did against Newcastle, and look what happened. We got spanked up there. So, I do hope that there is actually a mentality of wanting a bit of revenge today. Not even revenge. For me, it's about salvaging a bit of pride, your own self-personal pride. I mean, me as a player, I'd hate to get done over somewhere, and then let them derail our season and do all the celebrations they did at our stadium, and not capitalise on it when they're weakened at their place, and not be hurt by it and go out there and be more focused, more determined than everything else. And I want to see that tonight. That's the big question around me. I think we've got a lot of good individual players and stuff like that, and I do think the squad is improving. But do they have that mentality? Do they have that fight? Do they have that something different that I haven't seen over the last few years? Tonight will be a huge test of that. And with all the injuries they have, there's no better time to break that curse. And let's see what we can do tonight.
This season, too, Dark Sun G, I feel like the Enzo Fernandez profile pics on Twitter have been dropping almost every week. The guy's just that out of form, as well as Caicedo, somebody who also is another £100 million midfielder that has just shown to really be out of form for that Chelsea team. Let's hope we can take advantage of that. And then with Jackson, I wonder if he's going to be that Joe Linton type guy where his only good games in a season are really against Spurs, kind of like with Joe Linton. Let's pray that's not the case tonight, because he really is a donkey of a player, and just one of those where you just probably think, yeah, he's only going to score against Spurs. That's just how it seems to work. But big up Dark Sun G. Huge game for Romero today. Let's hope that he can, continue off of that great game with North London Derby and grab us a win here today with that winning mentality of his. The Big D, Kulu in for Matters. Big up, big Ange. Come on, you Spurs. And I think Dropkick Your Teacher as well, Dave, was in kind of the chat saying he was really relieved as well as proud of Ange for dropping Matters. Paul Connor was agreeing with, I think, Dropkick Your Teacher, saying he's happy that Ange showed the courage to do so.
meritocracy, Jack. This is what we spoke about. How many times have we seen the 11 being rolled out, regardless of their performance? At least Ange is setting a statement going, look, it's not acceptable. I don't care who you are. Whether you're vice captain, when you've been brought in to replace the Harry Kane and the name, it does not matter. If you're not performing, I'll drop you. And it sends out a statement to everybody else. And hopefully he gets the reaction and we get the reaction that we want off the back of it. And hopefully Maddison, doesn't soak like a baby and throw his toys out the pram. Hopefully he reacts in the right way, and hopefully it's to kick up the hole he needs.
Yeah, definitely. So
I like it.
Very close to kickoff. Very close to kickoff here, everybody. Looking forward to this one. As I said, probably going to be embarrassed for it, but I have a stronger feeling, a stronger sense that we're going to get a good game. We're going to get a good result here today. Let's hope we grab it. Everybody get synced up with us if you can. If you would like to, feel free to do so. We're going to get that clock going, and we're going to get this match started. Looks like Sonny is walking towards the line after that team huddle there. Huge day, huge game. And a huge game for Ange Postecoglou as well to perhaps buy himself a bit of a, what is it, kind of, do praise again, or just buy himself that bit of time, or whatever you like to call it. Faith, I guess, is the word I'm looking for, back from the fans. And huge game for a lot of the players as well to buy back some faith from a lot of the fans. But we're about to get kicked off here, everybody, and we have done so.
I think we've played a bit of shithouse on Chelsea here. We've gone with the blue shorts, which we haven't done all season. It's supposed to be all white kit. So, a bit of shithouse there, maybe. Yeah,
I wonder why we've done that. It looks classy, though. I'm liking it, and I'm enjoying it. Like the blue socks, already very industrious from Mickey Van de Ven. Carrying out from the back into Kulu here. Ooh, very.
Do you know what could be? You look at the advertising boards, they're all white. Maybe they've wore the blue shorts so that they're not blending in with them.
That's all we've needed, I think, is what Steve D says, is the blue shorts. Now that's the recipe for winning. Getting the blue shorts
Yeah, the
back.
real Spurs, the 2019 Spurs that come out, 2018 Spurs. Tottenham on the press here, though. Even Johnson looks good in the blue shorts.
Definitely so. Oh, good win here by Romero. High up the pitch. Porro. Can he get turned?
On a Paranair to Sarr.
Down the right side here for Johnson. On one-on-one with Cucurella.
Come on, put him on. Hairs in his eyes.
Yeah.
Corner kick or throw into Tottenham. That's a good start, though, Jack.
Very
on the
good start.
ascendancy in their half, looking to try things. That's what we want.
Press was very intense in the beginning. The press was very intense from the whole team there. Looked like there could have been 3 or 4 players to win it for us.
Romero leading the charge again on that.
Sarr, good play.
Oh, cheeky. Don't let him out.
Basuma, great pressure there. Great pressure. Forces them to kick it long. Emerson. Emerson, not a great start there.
He's not settling anyone's nerves at home that doesn't like
Definitely
Emerson.
Not. Romero leaves it a little short for Johnson. Good strength from Porro there. Great strength.
Ref, how many more bites do you want them to have at him? He's not a piranha.
How much longer do you want them to play after the whistle, ref? Gotta throw some authority in here.
Come on, Spurs. This is a big one today. This, like you said, Jack, this will buy Ange a lot of time, or maybe a bit of grace if we do a number on Chelsea.
Romero with a free kick into Basuma.
The Rominator.
Mickey Van de Ven.
He's the new Terminator after that last performance, Jacko.
Romero. Chelsea putting pressure on. Back to Vicario.
They've all got fresh haircuts. I like that.
Yeah.
Means they're ready.
Vicario into Basuma. Well done from Basuma.
Brilliant play by Basuma.
Sarr. Great play. Building out from the back here, Spurs. Into Sarr. Oh, he slips. No. Groundskeeper.
Chelsea bombing forward here. Madueke.
Good strength from Sarr. Well done
Conor
from
Gallagher.
Sonny.
Oh, great dispossession. Oh, Cole Palmer by Sonny.
Good tracking back from Sunster.
Yeah.
Oh, not a great pass out from Vicario. Also not a great, again, from Emerson. Vicario seems to be...
Come on, you Spurs.
Given away by Chelsea. Spurs building up from the back here. Emerson.
Remember what I said to you about Emerson and Basuma a few weeks ago? They love playing a bit of samba between them.
Oh, well done. Oh, good trying to build out. Sonny tried to play Kulusevski in behind there. Couldn't play the
Good
pass.
idea, just not enough behind it. Good idea, though. I like it. I don't mind giving away a possession if we're trying to play the runners. Good pressure here by Johnson on Cucurella. Take a bit of his hair, son.
It's way out of play. Good pressure from Spurs. So far, end to end, so far very toe to toe. Both teams looking to put pressure on each other, not looking to sit back yet. You think that Spurs eventually will force Chelsea to probably sit in some type of shape, but they were trying to press us high there.
No, look, I think they'll do a bit of a hybrid, Jack. They'll have spares where they'll use it as a trigger press to go and hunt the ball. And if they don't win it, they'll drop back. But look, our formation does make a lot of teams drop back as well here. But saying that, Mudryk's on the burst out. He plays Nicholas Jackson in. No, come on, Vic, come out. Oh, no, it's in. It's Van de Beek cleared. Soft Cole Palmer gone over the bar. What a clearance by Mickey Van de Beek.
Lord.
The freight train, choo-choo. What a clearance.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, that was dangerous.
Oh, Lord. Jack, why did Vicario hesitate?
Yeah, I don't know why. Given away by Sarr. It's a counterattack. He's well onside. Johnson.
Yeah, it's a good ball.
Or Jackson. Oh, geez.
Maybe Jackson could have squared that.
God, he hits it off Palmer as well. What a save from Van de Ven. Woo! And yet again, Dave, this is the thing with Spurs. It's, be right on top of them, but they're all of a sudden here.
Mudryk.
Boy. And he's gone.
Paro giving him the fist.
What's he done there? Gone for that. Oh, that's a shocking haircut. What he's gone for there. Mudryk really shows his confidence. Really shows his lack of confidence that he's gone with that haircut there.
That fucker, he's just shit all season, and he's going to put one in the back of the net today, don't you?
But Dave, that's the worry with Spurs, right? Is you can be so on top of them, great possession play, but just one giveaway, and all of a sudden, they were clean through like that, Chelsea. But this is the thing too. How much is that on the tactics there? Because that's just a poor giveaway and a bad position from Popstar, right? And you're always going to be countered in a situation like that. You can't have that many people back in those sort of situations. You just expect somebody to hold it on to the ball there. But here he is, Sarr. Well done, much better.
Johnson, play someone.
Into Basuma. He had players forward, Johnson.
Yeah, he just completely allowed Chelsea to get back there. Shocking.
Starting to little nerves creeping into some of the players here. Basuma.
Some of them are a bit static on the ball. I'm not liking it.
Sonny, great pass from Sonny.
On to Kulu. We've got a good opportunity.
Fine, out wide to Johnson. What can Johnson do here? Come on, man. Have a hit.
Oh, that's useless. He just doesn't even go to shimmy.
It's not the right angle either. He's just got to make a quicker decision. Come on, Johnson, man. Get your head in it. Back to Poro.
Get this in. Big Rich wants it.
Oh, get there, Rich.
Oh, that'll do. Johnson has to do so much better. All he does is go straight and hit it straight off him. He doesn't look to shimmy it to the right or the left. It's shocking. It's a 3-on-3 situation. Come on, Johnson.
Poro.
Back to the Porinator.
Can it go out for a throw? Out for a throw here.
Even the linos are getting good haircuts nowadays. What's going on in football? It's losing run of itself. Someone show. Big Rich.
Well done. Kulu. Great hold-up play.
Kulu. Go down.
Well done, lads.
It's all right. Just keep getting balls. Keep trying things.
Poro, good idea. Go back. Romero.
The Rominator.
Out wide to Johnson. Good touch, actually. Great touch.
He's offside. Don't you dare play him.
Great touch again, Johnson. Tried to find Rich. Deflected.
Johnson, will you fucking do something and pat the ball? What's wrong with you?
I think that was good play.
Shit ball.
It's a bad ball, but he's done much better there to cut inside and take on his man. Much better. Poro.
Come on, Brendan.
Here he is.
Oh, Lord.
Cucurella.
Do something now. You're getting all the space.
Back post, clips it.
Oh, my God. Please. Jack, have you got boots? I'm sick of him already. He's getting all the possession, all the chances are coming to him, and every single one of them has been underwhelming. That's 3 inside 8 minutes. This is the clinicalness I'm talking about. That's shocking.
From Richie as well. Great positioning. If it's just on the money, Richie's right there for a free header. Just put no bend on it. He didn't put any bend on it.
It's a good start, but all 3 chances have come to him, and he's wasted every single one of them. God damn it.
Such a combination of good and bad, says Ribsy85. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. Badashile.
Chelsea have a goal kick here, and they too scared to try to play out, giving it away here. Emerson out wide to Romero.
We know who to press in possession anyway.
Romero scanning, gives it back to Van de Ven.
Get out to Son. Let him run at Gilchrist.
Yeah, see Sonny here. Sonny plays it first time. Kulu, man, you're running away from him.
Get back.
And Kulu.
There's that opening there. If you can get it to Son and runners in behind, there's that opportunity there. It's a ball in
Ball
the box.
across the 6. Well done, Basuma. Well done, Romero as well. Spurs doing well to hold on to it here. Sonny absolutely rinses Gilchrist. That's a yellow as well, ref. He's just held on to him. He couldn't even let us attack there.
We need to get him on the ball more. He's going to do that all game. Basuma.
Well done to Sonny for playing through it, but if he went down there, probably would have given a yellow.
Why didn't he play the run of Son?
Oh, well done, Johnson. Well done, Poro. See Poro. There you
Great
go.
ball.
See Rich.
Come on, please. Richie, get back on side.
Rich.
He's offside.
Yeah, it's...
Well done, Basuma. Second chance here.
Great job from Basuma.
Power hitter.
Into Basuma again.
Basuma's had a good start to this game. Oh, come on, Sonny.
Come on, Sonny. Here he is. One-on-one with Gilchrist.
He's begging for help.
Plays a ball down the line to Emerson. Sir!
Penalty on that. Oh, my Lord. I mean, he's climbing over him like he's a jungle gym. It's ridiculous. He's not climbing for him.
Good foul from Sonny and Richie as well. Emerson asking for it, appealing for it. We know he's got the Brazilian in him.
I think it's more believable.
A little knock in the head as well. Yeah, not much in it, though.
Look, fair play asking the question. I
appreciate it. I like it from Emerson.
Well, do you know what annoys me? It's just the referee's first instinct, get up. I mean, look at it.
Yeah. Coys Forever, big up Coys Forever. Appreciate you, sir. Saying, all right, lads, come on, you Spurs. I think we're doing okay so far, Coys Forever. Like the start. Had maybe a little slip and a mistake from Sarr that led to a very good chance from Chelsea, but I'd say so far definitely looking like the better team. Enjoying this. Good start to us. Good pressure as well from the team. Well done, Romero.
Yeah, it'd be lovely if Brennan Johnson could take off his moon boots and put on his football boots. I mean, probably be 2-0 up by now, Coys Forever, but good to see you. How you keeping?
We have a new moon boots, Coys Forever. We have a new one. Free kick to Chelsea. Gone back to the goalkeeper.
These are so there for the taking, especially early on.
Yeah, I think the quicker we try to get this opening goal, the more we can take away and steal away that confidence. I think the longer it stays level, the more Chelsea can start to believe in themselves. But so far, I'd say definitely been the better team.
Like, we're winning the battle. We're winning the aggression battle. We're winning the pressing battle. We're turning the ball over. Now we just got to use it to our advantage. Shit like that has to stop, though.
Sarr giving it away there. Good idea trying to play forward, though, but it's easily intercepted. Sonny having to track back.
It's just anytime it goes to Johnson, just put it in behind. He does not want it to feet. Sarr went to feet there and Johnson went in behind. He has to know to put that in behind. Badashile. Out to Mudryk. Way. Smashing Poro.
Dodgy haircut. Here he is.
Shaloba. Out to Gilchrist. Onto Mudryk. He's got Palmer on the overlap. He uses him. Close him down. Do not let him run inside. That'll do. Back to Gilchrist. Switches across play. Chelsea trying to get a bit of possession here.
Good job, Kulu.
Well done, Kulu. No, don't you dare. Oh, my Lord. You may as well just go and play handball or something, No contact. It's disgusting.
Good pressure from Kulu, though. How many times is the referee going to give him that, though? Keep doing that. He's not going to give him that break every time.
Oh, I hope not. Cole Palmer, well blocked out by Van de Ven. He's had good opening few minutes as well.
Chelsea camped on our left side.
As soon as Badashile gets the ball, go and press the fucker.
Chalobah out wide to Madueke. Well done from Emerson.
Back for the handball.
Out wide to Mudryk. Oh, behind for Cucurella. Well done from Van de Ven. Great danger. Great reading of the danger there from Mickey. And then Coys Forever, member for 1 month. Flat Cap member for 1 month. Way, I'm all right. Thanks, boys. Appreciate you. Thank you, Coys Forever. Thank you, sir, for the support and being a member. And also thank you for this for the contribution to the channel earlier, my man. Yeah. Hopefully you're keeping well. Like I said, I'm feeling confident in this game. Can easily be taken away from me, but I am feeling confident in this game.
First set piece to defend. Let's see how we get
Yeah.
on here. Big up, guys, forever. Really appreciate the support, my man. Good to hear that you're doing well. Oh, he's giving Van der Ven the talking to. I mean, he's been abused from set pieces all season, and he's talking to him. Oh, my Lord, it gets worse. Can you believe it, Jack?
Vicario's just done one push, and they're immediately on him, but he gets pushed every game. Oh my Lord, not convincing there.
No. He's gone out for another corner.
Another set piece here. Come on, lads.
I mean, Ben White was literally trying to undo his gloves last week, and they're talking to Vicario.
Oh, Vic gets in the way of Richarlison, takes out his own man.
Look, it's good to see two people fighting for it, I suppose.
Yeah, that's
Jack.
an improvement. Anything is an improvement. Defending the first set piece is a massive improvement.
See if we can defend the second. Look at Madueke standing there laughing.
I think he's just missing his days in that Spurs kit.
That's it, Vicario. You're pushing everyone.
Well done. Someone give a foul, though, on Sonny.
Vicario thinks it's the Royal Rumble.
Or Johnson it was. Johnson and Sonny look very similar. They gone for the same boots and the exact same height sock.
We know who inspires Johnson anyway, don't we? Or who
Johnson is Johnson's secret Sonny lover. I mean, probably not. No reason to be secret. Everybody's a Sonny lover, but it's definitely copying him a little too much for my liking.
Great acting there by Richarlison. I think we'll give that one a 9 out of 10. Wins a free kick. Come on.
Paul Connor pointing Richie. Richie's our header out. Exactly right. Basuma. Romero.
Come on, Tottenham. The next two attacks. Let's go.
Well done, Basuma. Poro. Try something interesting. Well done, Romero.
Do not let Mudryk
in behind.
Well done,
Pedro.
Poro.
Basuma. Looks up. Emerson. Play that pass, man. Oh, you had the pass, Emerson. Gives it away. Well done from Kulu.
That was great defending by Kulu. We need to try and get the ball out to Sonny more up against Gilchrist. 15 minutes in and we haven't seen it once yet.
Yeah, I'd say Sonny's been very bright when he's gotten it, but how many times has he actually touched it?
Yeah, we need to get it out to him in space. He should be screaming at players right now. Get it to me.
Well done. Come on, Johnson. Oh, Pedro.
Oh,
and behind for Jackson here. It's taking a nasty deflection.
Always there.
It's taking a nasty deflection all the way in behind. Mickey Van de Ven across the 6.
Gilchrist!
Hey!
Thank God. If that was anyone else there, that was going on target. It's just poor.
Yeah, poor past 5-10 minutes maybe for us, but
sloppy giveaway in the midfield, and it's just getting turned over so easy there. Van der Ven done the best he could, I suppose. Need to watch that pullback, though.
Someone recover. Sar.
Van der Ven. Basuma, man on. Well done.
Romero.
Keep getting it back off to this right. Get it up to Sonny. Kulusevski drops out to receive it, though. That's a good pass on to Pero. Postman on to Johnson.
Richie!
Johnson across. Richie! Oh! I think the keeper got there just ahead. Emerson, let's go again. It's there. Onto Johnson. Get out of your feet. Powernator. I was about to have a heart attack there. I thought Richie was giving me a welcome back present.
Mickey.
Get out, Sonny, now. First time. Let's go, Sonny.
Kulu, lovely bit of play from Sonny and Kulu. Just too heavy of a touch there.
Who's that, Caicedo? Well read. Cole Palmer up against Papa Matasar.
Well done, Basuma.
He deals with it brilliantly. Oh, Basuma, brilliant.
He's had a great game.
No, he's been very good so far. He's been very impressive.
I think he's been good in possession so far. He's moved it around quicker than he usually does. He's won the ball back in good position.
Hopefully we haven't given him the commentators to curse, lad.
No, we usually do. I like the press from this team, though. Kulusevski's doing a good job working hard in the middle.
No, there's a lot of fight in this team. I like it. You know, we're getting there. Just if we can just get that goal to give us a bit of confidence now. Well, it's good. It's a good start to the game for us. It's better than what we've seen at the North London Derby anyway. Madueke beats him on the outside, pulls it back. Who's that? Romero. Of course it is.
He's the danger man.
Always him.
Cole Palmer, and Madueke are the two danger men for them.
Yeah, Madueke will be up for this. He wants to prove himself right.
Well done, Romero.
Well read. Cole Palmer just sitting there waiting. Oh, the referee's just blowing up for everything now. Or Casado's going down like he's being shot. Give it over. It's embarrassing. Madueke trying to get involved as well. Walk away. Oh, he's really making a meal of this. He'd be nominated for an Oscar next year.
Trample the foot like Kulu.
Great challenge. Right down the back of the leg. That's perfect. It's what you want. Take no shit. I mean, it's
free kick for Chelsea down the right-hand side, our left-hand side.
How long is it going to take to get on with it?
Going to be an in-swinger for Palmer here.
Could have watched an episode of Coronation Street by now.
Vicario could probably take a bit more.
Could come off his line
space.
A bit more.
Yeah, he could come off his line a bit more. It's really hard for them to hit it.
There he is on the edge of his 6-yard now.
Gallagher whips it in. Cleared. No, not cleared away. Why do we keep getting in each other's way?
None of them wanted to go for a header last week. They're all fighting each other now.
Yeah, now everybody's getting stuck in on each other. Come on, lads.
Chelsea players aren't even challenging. We're challenging
they haven't even challenged for one of these headers. We just keep clearing it off of each other.
He is so ropey in possession. Every time he gets it, we need to press him.
Come on.
That's it, Rich. Keep pressing. Now you go, Johnson. Now Porro. Where is he?
Well done.
Straight up on Mudryk. Oh, he doesn't.
Gets done.
He doesn't. Retreat.
Porro. Or
Smash
sorry,
him,
Mudryk.
Romero.
Oh, he gets lucky there.
He's done a 1-2 off Porro.
He's getting a fucking deflection, man. Jeez, how lucky can you get? How many deflections can you get?
Fucking hell, lad. How many times does the ball need to be tackled and bounce back to him? Look at that. And again,
Jeez.
Oh my lord. He's a nuisance.
Kulu, great turn. See Emerson. It's all right. Basuma.
On to Rombom.
Basuma.
Good ball back to Basuma.
No one in the middle to show for him. Emerson.
Let's go. Get it to Sonny Emerson quickly.
Can't get turned.
I think he's always going to favour coming inside as well.
Well, he's had a nervous start, I'll be honest. He's had a nervous start too, Emerson. Like, he hasn't been that great on the ball or anything, so he's going to probably be reluctant to get turned.
Here we go. Come on, get it onto Sonny. First instinct.
There you go, Sonny. There you go, Sonny. Lovely. There you go, Rich.
Richie, well done.
Oh. Sar, win that.
Great
Don't you
tackle.
dare.
No.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my Lord. We're going to have to do our own version of Ref Watch.
It's been frustrating because I think we need to get the ball into Sonny more, because anytime it's gone to his feet, he's actually been good at creating. It's just not gone into his feet very much. Like to see him on the ball more.
That's the problem. We need to get out to him quicker.
Badiashile. Mudryk.
It's coming inside every time.
It's a good switch of play, actually. He's caught out some of us. He's gone out wide to Madueke.
Just watch Cole Palmer. Don't let him shoot.
Across the six.
Let him shoot. Oh. Whew. He's up for it today.
He is. He is.
Emerson does the right thing. You can't go because there's no one there behind him. Van de Ven gets there. He has to do... The midfielder has to do a better job than letting him cut inside like that as well. Emerson done well to hold him up there. Oh, it's not too far over either. Van de Ven. Picks it up again.
Basuma.
Back to Vicario. Goes long.
Emerson gives away a foul.
It's a needless yellow as well. Is he going to book him?
Stream is okay for you, Dave?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Couldn't ask for better, lad.
Well, probably won't get better. Daniel Larson. Daniel Larson saying the high line is effing insane right now. I think For the most part, I don't think we're getting caught out too dangerously. That was a great switch of play though from Mudryk, and we defended it
Yeah,
pretty well, but it does show that danger.
yeah. Look, we're going to keep playing the high line, regardless. I mean, it's just going to keep happening. I do agree. But I do think a lot of our problems come from us being sloppy in possession. Oh, no, it's
No
free
way!
header. It's
Another set
isn't it?
piece. Are you kidding me?
Another set piece. I do not believe it.
What the hell?
Was it Shaloba? Shaloba.
Oh my lord! Again, another set piece.
It's disgusting. It keeps happening. It keeps fucking happening. Look at Andrew's roaring at them. He's not happy. What's on his t-shirt?
I don't know. It's something strange.
He's onside as well. No. It's just poor. Who's that? Who does he get above? Johnson.
Cucurella blocks off Johnson. No communication from him
and
or Emerson. Emerson and him need to communicate.
Block. I mean, Chelsea, every time we see one of our players being blocked, how are they just not being switched onto it? It's a good finish.
It's not even very elaborate what they've done there. All they've done is just blocked off Johnson, and just feels like they have no idea that he's even on.
What are they checking possibly offside for? He's way on. Come on, VAR. Come on, get us back. Come on, VAR, please. Like, he's way on.
Yeah, I'm confused. Don't even know what
It's
they're
taking
looking
him so long.
I'm not even sure what they're looking for.
He's way on side. I think it's Van de Ven keeping them all on. I think he's the furthest line there.
Yeah, I'm not even sure why it's taking this long.
Could you argue Cucurella's offside and he's interfering with play? Maybe no, you can't even actually. I think that's what they're checking actually, Cucurella.
It's just poor though. Is that Badiashile as well on the other back post? Like, why is it that we're just letting both of them sit back there with just nobody even being aware? It's very, very strange. Not even sure who they've used as the line there though. Is that the shoulder of Van de Ven? Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. It's going to be given. Just get on with it, for fuck's sake.
Checking possible foul.
Well, I mean, he's no intention to go and play the ball. Whether he doesn't hold on to him. That's what I would say.
He is holding him back. He is holding him back. It's just...
He's using his body to stop him from running, but he's not got his arm wrapped around him, if you know what I mean. Look, if we get this given in our advantage, we get away with this. I'll take it. It's soft, but I'll take it.
He's giving it, yeah.
Don't tell me it took them that long. Oh, my Lord.
Why? Why did it take that long? I don't know. I don't have much complaints.
It's another bloody set piece.
Complaints about us conceding yet another one. It's just the mountain of evidence is just for Ange. It's just too much.
He's shaking his head at this point.
It's just been our downfall. It's been the reason. It's been our downfall. It's just a way of us shooting ourselves in the foot, making everything harder on ourselves. That's what's also the case with these set pieces. You make the game so much harder on yourself. Kulu.
Come on, Spurs. Please get back in this before halftime. We get back in this before halftime, we'll take it in the second half. Just show a bit of fight. Please show a bit of fight. Van de Ven onto Romero. At least we might see a bit more urgency here now. Good ball onto the Johnson.
Not bright from him so far.
Gives it away. He's giving it away. He's put us in trouble here now. Mudryk's in behind. Van de Ven comes across. Vicario picks it up. And that's just shit from Brennan Johnson, by the way.
That's just giving it away and just so easily. Giving it away so easily in a bad area. Bad throw from Vic. Come on, lads. Pull yourselves together here. Get some composure.
How one goal unnerves us is so worrying.
Well, it's just you give them those set pieces and you just make yourself nervous. give Chelsea that sort of break as well. Now they can be more comfortable. Now they can relax. It's just that's what the problem is with set pieces that I think Ange needs to reconcile with, is that they are easy free goals for teams, even when they're not playing very well. You're just letting a team back into it. You're giving them unnecessary, unneeded confidence, and then you're taking away confidence from yourselves. And just needs to be dealt with. This really does need to be dealt with urgently. And a lot of it does also have to do just with individuals. Like Brennan Johnson there doesn't make really that much of an effort actually to get around Cucurella. He's actually looking more for the foul than he really is looking to get around him. And then Emerson does not do great there either. Him and Johnson need to communicate with each other because Chalobah is not even challenged. It's yet again another free header.
It's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. You're absolutely spot on about Johnson and Emerson. Here we go. Chelsea in behind again. Screaming for a penalty here, are they?
No, definitely not.
You're right, though. Johnson has to do so much better in terms of, he's looking for the free kick there. You're absolutely right there. Emerson has to deal with it a lot better as well. He just sort of gets caught underneath it a little, maybe misreads the flight of the ball a little. Van de Ven, come on, let's get it into Sonny's feet, for God's sake.
Emerson, great run. Great
Good
pass
ball
as
out
well
Johnson.
into Johnson. Can he get something
It's an
across
okay
the
touch.
6?
Oh,
There you go, Rich. Oh, come on, lads. Second ball here. Oh my gosh.
it's just not bouncing our way.
Not bouncing our way.
Johnson
Emerson,
again. He's
not a
had
great
4
touch.
breakaways now in this first half. He's had 4 of them and squandered every single one of them.
It's a pretty bad touch from him there.
It's a bad touch. You think he might have just got away with it, and then the delivery is even worse. He's had 4 breakaways now down that right-hand side, and he's done nothing. Mudryk, Porro getting over-aggressive, and that's just stupid and petulance at this point. There's no need for it. What we need is turning it over in the right way now. Not giving away free kicks and just giving them comfortable fucking possession. Jesus Christ. We're so naive at times. It's so annoying. Johnson, you better wake up.
Dropkick your teacher saying heads heads are dropping already. This is embarrassing. The heads should not be dropping because they have been playing well, dropkick your teacher. But this team's mentality is very fragile at times. And the fact that it's also the set piece goal really can, sort of end up, getting into players' heads here. And I am worried about that. It's very, very concerning.
Mm-hmm. You even look at our desire and belief in going to win the ball back now. Chelsea are getting very comfortable. Yeah. It is concerning. Look, the same thing happened at the North London Derby. The heads dropped after we conceded the first goal. And when you're not playing well as a team right now and you're seeing the same patterns, it can almost become defeating at some point. But the only way out of that is fighting. That's the only way out of it. And the players can only do that by fighting and continue to do the basics and try and do the right things. But right now, Chelsea are getting very comfortable, and I don't like it. Mudryk here.
No, oh my Lord.
Gone out for a corner, is it? We just need to start getting a bit of belief into what we're doing. It's confidence is drained right now. It's shocking.
Cole Palmer
takes 2 players on there, Basuma and Emerson.
Scary thing is, Cole Palmer hasn't even gotten into the game, I'd say, very much.
No. He hasn't, you're right. That's the scary thing. Come on, Spurs. Start going after the ball and hunt it again. Don't make it comfortable for them.
Madueke on one-on-one with Emerson. Across the 6.
Well done, Rich.
Well done, Rich. Good hold up.
Relieves the pressure there.
Oh, yeah, Johnson. If Johnson was actually making a run, he's got a sprint.
I'd stop giving him the ball at this point.
Yeah. Basuma. Drop kick your teacher, though. These heads should not be dropping, though, this quickly because it really is still only 1-0 down. You can easily equalize. This is a very fragile Chelsea team. Yeah. You should still not let your heads drop. It's not like we're playing Man City here.
Here we go. Come on, Sonny. You've got the runner.
The Big D also says, surprise, surprise, conceding from a set piece again. I mean, it's unavoidable. It's something that's going to continue to haunt us, and Ange is going to have to continue to reconcile with it and face facts, I think, the Big D, as should these players. It's embarrassing that these players just keep letting in them at such a ridiculous rate as well. It is embarrassing, man. It's the worst set-piece season we've ever had. Easily the worst in my lifetime as a Spurs fan. This is the most, and this is probably the most fragile I've ever seen us from set pieces in my lifetime as a Spurs fan.
Oh, something needs to be sorted out. You know, look, I think there needs to be a heavy focus on working on them over the summer for sure. Look at Ange, he's going absolutely ballistic here right now. He's not happy. But also, you know, I question, you know, Ange can't legislate for Johnson being a pussy. Let's be brutally honest. You know, he can't legislate for that. You know, he can't legislate for Emerson mistiming the jump of his header. There's little things that aren't his fault as well, you know. But what I'm more infuriated about, you think after the North London derby, they're going to be extra focused at set pieces, right? There's an extra hunger to defend them, because of the spotlight that was put on them from the North London derby. And then we are again. Here we are again. We just don't learn lessons. Sonny on the ball. Come on.
Emerson
on to Bissouma.
Well done, Bissouma.
Good switch of play out to Johnson. This is your chance now to make up for it.
Oh, could have slid something across the 6 there. Johnson to no one, but Bissouma recovers. Good touch.
Well done.
Out wide into Porro. Well done, Bissouma. Into
He's
Johnson.
Starting to dictate a bit now here, Bissouma. I like that.
He's been tidy.
Romero, come on, let's try and get it into Son's feet if we can.
Into Kulu. Oh, take a touch, Kulu.
Wrong option. He should have probably tried to turn with it himself instead of playing someone.
Sarr.
Why do we just keep neglecting giving the ball to Sonny at every opportunity? It's winding me up now.
Yeah, King Hoddle says Sonny and Richie have not been in the game at all. I don't even know how much that is, you know, each of their fault either. I think they're looking for the service. They're just not getting it at the moment.
Every time he goes near Sonny, they keep turning away from him instead of giving him the ball. I don't understand it.
Sonny's been very
Richarlison can only get in for it.
Yeah.
Like, Richarlison's done well on the bits of hold-up play he's had, but in terms of getting him in front of goal, I mean, he's making the runs. Brendan Johnson's had 4 opportunities and has found fucking fresh air every single time. He's had the best opportunities this game going forward, Johnson. Emerson is way off it over the other side against Madueke.
Paul Markey says we need Johnson off the pitch and gone. He's been a waste of 50 million, and you can say the same of Bissouma. He's leaving black holes in the midfield. 2 parts here. With Johnson, these are games, again, where it's hard not to be anything but frustrated with him, Paul Markey. In terms of, you know, his whole Spurs future and everything, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but believe me, these are the games where I think people do have to realize that these can be frustrating for fans to get behind, because he doesn't work as hard as others defensively or, you know, in the press. Then when his sharpness and his overall quality doesn't, you know, go with it. Sir, that's a foul. Thank you,
well
ref.
done, Richie.
But when he doesn't match it with quality, right? If he's not working as hard as others off the ball, and then he's not as good on the ball as the rest either, just really, you know, leaves you wondering, and it leaves you frustrated, I think, Paul Markey. But when it comes to Bissouma, Dave, he's saying he's leaving a lot of holes in the midfield. You agree with him there?
Look, I disagree on the Bissouma. I think Bissouma's had a good games in terms of on the ball and stuff like that. To be brutally honest, I think he's had a very good game to a large degree. I do get it that there are holes in the midfield. I'm not debating that. You know, Chelsea have found it easy at times, sort of picking passes, but that's not just on Bissouma. That's on Sarr and Kulu as well. Look, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Hopefully we can just get a good delivery in here at this moment in time. Just salvage something at the minute. Pedro Porro.
Back post, Romero!
Oh, it's just wide.
Again, Romero. How's he not scored more than 1 goal in the past 2 games? How's he not scored?
It was a great delivery from Pedro Porro. Romero rises a free header. He's got to score. He's got to score. He's inside the goal as well.
The North London derby again. It's just like the North London derby again here. Oh, my Lord. He would not have saved it either, Petrovic. Petrovic was caught standing. Oh, he would have scored there.
There's no excuse. He has to score. So far, it's our best opportunity.
Someone make a run for Poro. He's frustrated. Well done, Rich. Ugh.
Come on, sir. Go on, steal that.
Well done, Poro. Kulu.
Don't start getting petulant and giving away free kicks.
Pressure.
That's it,
Well
Basuma.
done. Get there, Sonny.
Put pressure.
Put pressure on. Emerson. Down the line for Madueke.
No.
Cole Palmer. Well done, Emo. Oh. Madueke skill and passed. What a shit house. Showing Emerson
Spurs,
his
at
own
least try and
no
make it uncomfortable for them. Johnson jogging towards him. Fuck me, will you do it with a bit of intensity? Basuma trying to slow down Cole Palmer.
Chelsea.
Seem
Finding it easy, actually, to play around us.
way too easy.
Finding it very easy.
Everyone's just static right now. They're all reactionary rather than being proactive. Chelsea are just popping it. Wait, as soon as they go to pop it, then we make our movement. We should already be on top of them.
Martin Knightsbridge saying Ange normally calm, but he has been fuming tonight. I think it's just because he's probably going to have to face more questions about set pieces, Martin. And then I also imagine he's fuming because the moment that this team concedes, heads are dropping. You know, the press has been lacking. The overall confidence of these players is clearly, you know, kind of draining. And the effort levels are also draining. And I think that's probably also left him fuming here. But it has been, you know, the
been a lack of
avoidance
quality in
set pieces.
possession as well.
Yeah.
Being a lack of quality in possession as well. You get some good moves going, and then all of a sudden it's a sloppy pass, sloppy touch, wrong pass. You know, it's lack quality in possession. Romero. I mean, it's just shit like that.
Seems like a lot of players are also leaving each other isolated as well. I mean, not too many options, you know, for some of these guys. I think I can't blame them for when they have given it away in periods because there aren't too many options. It's a dangerous pass.
Why would Pedro Porro throw that in there? That's shocking. Go on, Van de Ven. Come on, give it to Sonny. He wants it. Right, Sonny, you got to take him. You got to go at him. Cuts back again. Fucking hell, Sonny. Jesus Christ. He's a young lad. Just go at him. Johnson
or Porro.
Porro. That's how you deliver a cross. Okay. No one there. Sarr.
Oh, Emerson. He's had a bad first half, Emerson.
Watch Madueke. Watch the run. Don't let him do
Jackson.
that. Oh, my Lord.
Thank Lord. Well done, Romero.
It's just dancing through players here at this moment in time. Basuma.
See Sonny.
Out to Johnson. You've got all the time in the world
so
now.
Much
You've
space
got Kulu
here, man.
and
Make something
Richarlison.
happen, please. Oh my God.
Oh my fucking Lord, Jesus.
So much space. So much
He
space.
needs the Lord. He needs to find the Lord. Oh my God. He is so... And look at Sonny's attitude there. He's head down like that and everything else. You're the captain.
Yeah, he's got to pull them together. He's got to actually...
Come on, Romero, please. Please, Romeus. It's a shit delivery.
Basuma. Top of the box to Kulu. Out
Back
wide
to Porro.
Pedro. Back post. God, terrible as well.
Oh,
Pedro, man. How can Pedro not put in a good cross? No one on this right-hand side for the past 2 games has been able to put in a good cross. Past 2 games straight, no one's been putting in any good crosses.
He's not even under any pressure there. That's the worst thing about it there. He's not even under any pressure. When you're under no pressure, you should be delivering it right on the spot. Oh. And we're going to let them take an eternity over set pieces now, I guess, as well, are we?
We've just turned a good start into a terrible, terrible end to this half.
Well done, Richie. Good cushion header to Sonny. Come on, Sonny. Be direct
Someone
for
make
once
a run
this
for
half,
him.
please.
There you go.
There we are.
There you
There
go,
we are.
Sonny. Come to the ball, Kulu.
Come on,
Well
Ronnie.
done, Romero.
Well done. Out. Turn out, Porro. Well done. On to Johnson. Just play someone. Please don't try anything else that you can't do. Thank you. Basuma. Shit ball. Not even on the same wavelength, him and Kulu there. Oh my God, Johnson. Time Rom. Come on, let's try and get one last attack here before halftime. If we can score now, it'll be devastating to Chelsea.
Romero looking for a pass. Can't find one. Mickey into Sonny. Emerson into Basuma. Emerson to Romero.
That's better.
Romero, see that run? You had Sonny and Richie in behind.
Oh my Lord, is that Johnson again? Holy Jesus.
Emerson. Basuma. Porro seems very lost whenever he's in possession, but he seems to have no options. Ball over the top.
Get out. Please get out. Come on, a bit of zip now for the last 4 minutes. Come on. Play with a bit of purpose here. Like we actually believe we're going to break them down. Actually do it with a bit of belief. Van de Ven. Basuma, get out to Romero quickly. Romero, let's go. Good ball to Johnson. You cannot fuck this up. Johnson. Good ball to Porro. Porro back to Johnson. Johnson! Oh! Has that come off the post or blocked? Sarr takes the shot, and I think it's blocked. It's a corner kick. That's better from Johnson. Actually, a bit of quality there. Good 1-2 with Pedro Porro. Well worked. Good pullback as well.
I think he could have taken a shot, actually.
Maybe he could have, yeah.
It's actually probably headed on target. It's off Chalaba. It's a good block. It's probably headed on target.
Come on.
Come on, lads.
Good delivery here, Porro. Van de Ven, Romero trying to use Van de Ven as a shield here.
Can we get it onto Romero's head? Can Romero finally score?
Short to Kulu. Kulu skins his man. Still has it. Back to the Porinator. Clips it towards the back post. Oh, tries to find Sonny on the volley, and it's just cleared by Mudryk. Oh, he just takes it off his foot. Can we get the ball to Sonny? Can he create something for us? Richie shows for it. Dispossessed. Well done, Van de Ven. Sonny, you got jumped there, man.
Sarr. Well done.
Well done.
Yes. Into
Johnson. Oh, it's deflected off Cucurella.
How could he not get those across the penalty area, though? It's blocked every time with Johnson, and you just wonder, like, what's he doing wrong here? Because he's got to put some bend on it.
I mean, what's that, about 8 times now this half? Literally, I'm not even exaggerating.
It just blocked every time.
Everything's come through him, and every time it's been crap.
See Johnson, see. There you go.
Romero with the long ball.
Get there,
Maybe it's an overhit. Can Johnson get there? He don't.
Out for a corner.
Why is he not getting in front of Cucurella and backheeling it off him there?
If it's not out for a corner, that's pretty shocking.
That's shocking. He pulled out of that, Johnson. He pulled out.
Should be getting there, too. If he's as fast as he's supposed to be, he should be getting there.
He's been dreadful this half. I'll be honest, I'd nearly bring Madison on at halftime and Kulu at right wing. I can't watch Johnson waste any more good chances going forward. He's had 8 runs at Cucurella and he's done nothing with any of them. It's actually embarrassing. Can't even get Sonny into the game. You give it to Johnson and he's done shit all with it.
Oh, jeez.
Don't go out.
Vic, man, you also have to wake up, bro. Like,
Tottenham with a corner kick here to defend right before halftime.
Vic's got to be alert there.
Please don't F this up. Please just keep it 1-0. I'll take it at this point. Oh,
Hard to tell there. Looked like
halftime. Thank God for that.
Well,
I don't even know what to say.
bad performance in that first half there. I think we started well, started strong. It's just typical, though, from us, where we do start to get countered. We start to let some mistakes creep into our game. Nerves start to creep into the game. Then we just always seem to shoot ourselves in the foot by giving away easy set-piece goals there. Really, really poor from Emerson mostly, I'd say. But then also I think he needs to have better communication with Brennan Johnson there. And Brennan Johnson, let's be honest, it's not really much of an effort that Cucurella is really making there. He needs to be stronger. He's looking for the foul instead of looking to get past Cucurella to defend it. But I do think it's on Emerson to communicate there better with him, to know that, that defender's making the run. But just shit performance, Dave. It really was. Like, you just saw that Spurs were actually getting worse. It felt like, we weren't getting better. And the heads were dropping. The more the heads were dropping, the worse we got. It's just really disappointing yet again. It feels like this team is losing confidence in themselves.
Yeah.
Feels like they're even losing confidence in Ange or losing confidence in the system. They're not pressing as hard, working as hard in possession in terms of when they actually have the ball at their feet. Really poor quality at times. I would say Sarr not had a great game in possession.
No.
I feel like Brennan Johnson's probably been the worst in possession on the whole pitch, but I'd say other players too have made some mistakes, like when it comes to Sarr as well. And I mean, Sonny and Richie too, Dave. Like, those are probably been guys that we were looking forward to, carrying us in this game, but we've not even given them much of a chance to. Richie's had barely any service. Any of the crosses that have been whipped into the box have all been blocked or hit over his head. And then with Sonny, he's been a bright spot, but he's actually not really had much of the ball. And so we've been kind of just expecting him to create magic, but he's not really getting much of possession in the first place. It's been all down the right side. Kulu's been okay, but, apart from really kind of how hard he's worked, I don't think he's done too much in possession. Frustrating, Dave. Really frustrating. And scary, because I think they're losing confidence in themselves and in Ange.
I'll be honest. I'm watching a team that doesn't believe in the system anymore. They just don't believe in it. They don't do anything with any purpose anymore. They don't press. They don't hunt the ball with any purpose. Half-hearted challenges going in there. When the ball's ricocheting back to Chelsea players, it's because we're not going in full strength. When we're on the ball, it's slow, it's lethargic. I'd argue some of the players don't really know what they're doing. And I think the words that came out in the embargo section, that people maybe don't believe in it or buy into it anymore. And I think we're exactly seeing that on the football pitch there today. And when you've seen Andrews remain so calm all season long on that sideline, losing his shit, I don't want to say it, but unless we see a reaction in this second half, I think this partnership could be coming to an end. And it's sad, really, because I would say to a lot of them players that have been here over the likes of the Conte era and the three managers that we've had, over the course of one season, really need to look themselves long and hard in the mirror. You can't keep doing this to every single manager and stuff like that. I'll be brutally honest, I'm just seeing a team that doesn't know what they're doing or has no belief or doing anything that they're being asked to do with any conviction whatsoever. As soon as we go 1-0 down, their heads drop, they start becoming erratic, they stop pressing, they look to sit back like they did under Conte at times, which is not what Ange instructs them to do. In possession, it's been poor. Papamat starts broke down at him how many times in midfield. Emerson at right back as well, although he got better as the half went on. Johnson, I'm completely pissed off with him. He's had about 8 opportunities, one-on-ones with Cucurella, and hasn't got by him once or delivered a shot on target or a good cross in the box with any sort of purpose. He hasn't even looked to take him on. It's absolutely embarrassing from him. Son and Richie have barely got any touches of the ball. We can't get them into the game. Son is up against Gilchrist, and anytime the ball goes out that side, whoever receives it before Son, they're turning back inside with it. But I'd argue the couple of times Son has received it, he's just shifted it back inside rather than getting turned and facing them up as well. And when your captain's doing that and Son's doing that, your best player, it stinks that I think there's been some sort of maybe rift, I would argue, since the North London derby. It's looking absolutely worse. There's nothing happening with any conviction. And unless these players turn it on in the second half, our season's completely over. And like I've said with these guys before, I'm sick of lip service in the paper. We're going to put it right. And what I would say to some of these bottle jobs as well, instead of having your own personal agenda, whether you like this manager, not like this manager, this coaching staff and stuff like that, how about you take a minute out to think for us fans for a minute? Us guys who dedicate ourselves to this fucking football club, play all the subscriptions, people that travel up and down the country to follow you home and away. How about a bit of pride for them instead of your own personal opinion and put us for once first? It's absolutely shocking out there, that half. It's nowhere near good enough. And it just looks like that. It's, like I said, they are not doing anything that Ange Postecoglou is asking them to do. It's all half-hearted. And against Chelsea and against Arsenal, it's absolutely disgraceful. I don't want to see us go 3-0 down and show a fight back. That's what United are doing under Ten Hag. You know, they're just dying to get that guy sacked. They're waiting to get him out of there, but they show a fight back so that they get a bit of, you know, grace from the fans and stuff like that. Not good enough. If you don't win this game, you're as culpable as fucking Ange Postecoglou.
Yeah, and because they've given up and they've shown, they've thrown the manager under the bus so many times with performances like these. And also as well, right? Think of all the quotes, all the love and praise that, that they showed Ange in the beginning of this season. Just not seeing it right there. Everybody was terrible. There's really probably not many players that you really can, point out that actually were even. Probably am me being generous earlier with saying, certain guys I think could be a bright spark for us, but really everybody's just been off it, and looks like people are kind of playing for themselves, playing as individuals. I'd also say too, with Sonny's leadership, like you brought up maybe at one stage when we did have that camera angle, he's not really showing, the leadership sort of characteristics either. He's being a bit pouty, right? Head is down, a bit negative. Don't get me wrong. I think plenty of players are like that when these situations come about, but you are the captain. You are supposed to be the leader. You're kind of the one player that isn't supposed to go down like that, isn't supposed to let that sort of creep into your mindset, and just not good there. And the team does look lost, and they don't seem to be believing in them, each other, or really in Ange right now. Shane O'Neill says it's big Ange ball. You can't keep he's doing it in the team of the song. It's big Ange ball. You can't keep your set piece tactics. Not going to mark the back stick because that's just who we are. Cough, cough, kind of, sort of.
Do you know what, Jack? Sorry for cutting across you.
No?
Look, I get the anger and I get the frustration, right, towards Ange Postecoglou or other players, wherever you want to put the blame. But we've done the same to Conte as fans. We've done the same to Jose. When do we stop making managers look like this, or stop making them the butt of our problems and the butt of all of our jokes? It can't always be the manager every single time. We get a manager in, we get off to a good start, and then all of a sudden it crumbles and it fades out towards the end of the season. It's a routine pattern. And if we actually want to help Tottenham Hotspur, let's have real conversations and stop always pinning it on one manager every single time. If it's the same pattern every single time, it's fucking inherent at the football club.
Shane, for me, a lot of it is on Ange for how he seemed to have treated it or looked at it. But some of these goals that we have conceded individually, I definitely ask a lot of questions of these players. Like, they bear a lot of responsibility, because you look at that one even individually. Johnson, right, doesn't make much of an effort to get past Cucurella. He's looking for the foul when he shouldn't be. It wasn't a foul, and he instead, didn't make much of an effort looking for it and wasn't given it. That makes it then harder on Emerson to try to defend it. Emerson does terribly as well. Doesn't even put a challenge on Chalobah. Doesn't put a challenge on everyone. Mistimes it all. Really poor from him, and no communication from him to Johnson about the runner of Chalobah. And so a lot of that isn't even on Ange, I think. That's just basic communication, basic principles of set piece defending, you'd like to think. So as much as Ange, I think, bears a lot of responsibility for the goals we've conceded in general from set pieces, you think, too, a lot of these individuals are making poor decisions or just not even making much of a concerted effort to actually defend their own set pieces. So there's part of that to it as well, I think, Shane O'Neill for me. Dropkick your teacher.
I get it, Shane. I do get it. I'm sorry. I'm just so annoyed and frustrated, man.
No, and it's just silly to see it happen at this sort of rate, Shane. Artist says as well, all that zip, unpredictability, and final third creativity has completely gone. We look like we could play for 20 hours and not score. It's looking really bad, dropkicker teacher. It really is. In possession, out of possession, players not working hard for each other, real poor quality from the majority of the players in the front line. I get that a lot of people in the chat are saying Brennan's trying things, but when he has had opportunities, he's not playing any actual cross. He's got plenty of space to make something happen, and he's not made any significant cross or any real ball into the box that's actually causing problems to that Chelsea team. Yes, he is trying things, but he's not actually executing anything. And then people are saying the same with Sonny on the left, where they're saying he's not actually trying much or not actually getting involved in the game. So I'd say this front line is just completely devoid of confidence, and it's just not really playing for each other right now or playing together. There's no fluidity. But Dave, yeah, Artist, dropkick your teacher, he's lost all confidence in Spurs to be able to score.
No, look, I'm the same. I mean, it's becoming a huge problem at Tottenham Hotspur. You know, we just lack any enthusiasm, any creativity, and it almost looks like the joy is sucked out of them going forward, to be brutally honest. Like Brennan Johnson, he's had about 15 yards at Cucurella 8 times, and it's hit the ball off him how many? He hasn't even looked to shift it. So those who saying Johnson is trying something, what's he trying? He's not trying anything. If he's trying, he's going to go on the outside of Cucurella, come on the inside of Cucurella. He just keeps ballooning the ball off him. He's not trying anything. Son's not trying anything out the other side, and when Son's not trying an arm, that becomes a problem. Because if he ain't doing it, it means everyone else can get away with it. You know, he's completely void of confidence at this moment in time. He won't even run at Gilchrist, who's new to the Premier League. I mean, it's boring going forward.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, and it's not the time, but I knew this would happen without Harry Kane. I knew there would be a point where this would happen. And this forward line has to be addressed this summer with quality. We've seen you can't just bring in any ordinary Joe Soap like a Werner, like a Johnson, and think they're going to come in and score goals. You have to have that je ne sais quoi, that guy with that killer instinct, that guy that can produce it most weeks. So that's an area we have to address this summer with quality, and only quality will do.
I definitely agree there. It's hard to imagine Spurs getting back into this game without being completely opposite of that first half. Dropkick your teacher. Martin Knightsbridge saying not enough movement and terrible, terrible crossing. That's what I'm saying, Martin, is like, I think, you know, players like Johnson, they're receiving the ball in good areas, right? He actually has made himself open, received the ball in good periods to try to cause Cucurella problems. But what actual cross can you think of that he's really caused any danger to that Chelsea backline? I get it. The idea of trying, I completely understand, but there needs to be at least some quality, some execution, and there has been none. And that's true with a lot of these players, though. I'd say the same with Sarr. He's given the ball away in some bad areas. Just in general, this team has just been pretty sloppy, and I'd agree with you as well. When I've seen Porro, Romero, some of the defenders, when they're looking up for that line-breaking pass, they're kind of throwing their arms up. They're looking pretty frustrated with some of the lack of movement from the forward players, especially Porro. I've seen that be the case with him in possession. He looks really lost and frustrated. And then Roy Viken saying, Son needs to go in the summer. I'm so fed up with him never turning up. Do you think people, well, they're not only turning on Ange right now, Dave, but people starting to turn on Son because he has been missing for the past few weeks now?
No, look, I completely get it, but it's not all Son's fault. You know, at the end of the day, he needs the quality players with on the same wavelength as him to be able to play 1-2s and, you know, to be able to make good runs off him so he can feed them and stuff. It's not all on Sonny. You know, and you're always going to take that risk when you let Kane go and you replace him with the likes of Johnson and Werner and things like that. You know, what you've got now is one player that's on one level and the rest of them on a complete different level, nowhere near it. And it will affect Sonny. You know, it's not all on Sonny, nowhere near all on Sonny. I actually feel sorry to him for a large degree.
Yeah. With Sonny, I don't think he'd probably give himself any excuses, Roy. He's a guy that is quite hard on himself, but he has been kind of, I think, lacking confidence for a long time now since he's been moved back into that central position as a striker. I think he started to really lose confidence in his first touch, in his ability to cause, opponents any sort of kind of threat. And I think he would be better on the left wing. I think he has been better on the left wing than he has been as a striker. But has he really filled me with a ton of confidence? Do I really expect him to cause, a ton of problems to Gilchrist? No, he's been pretty dormant. He's been pretty quiet. I'd say a lot of that has to do with service, because I think Johnson's probably received the ball more than Sonny has, but it's probably maybe because Sonny isn't making as good of an effort to get onto the ball or to make, an opportunity for himself to make an impact. It goes both ways, right? Definitely goes both ways. But for me, Sonny, you like to think that this sort of opponent of Gilchrist would fill him with confidence, would give him that sort of burst in his step to, get back to his old self. But we haven't seen it yet. I guess we haven't seen it yet. Does he need to go? Personally, I don't think so. But he's always needed, I think, competition, and he's always needed that sort of replacement for him, because we do know in the long run we are going to need a Sonny replacement for the near future. And somebody in the summer will be brought in, I think, to provide that competition and to replace the goals and the output that we know he brings. Adrian Chia saying, not replacing Kane is hurting us bad. No outlet. Well, Adrian, this is something that we've been speaking about for a long, long time, and even Dave longer before even the season begun. So I think this is just one that we're just going to have to nod our heads and just agree with you here. We've been saying this on this channel for a long time, that we would be feeling the wrath and feeling the effects of no Harry Kane, especially in games like this, when we're rudderless, no creativity, no signs of goals coming from anywhere. Lots of times Harry Kane would kind of bail us out in these situations, and we don't really have him.
Yeah.
And Donovan Osterreicher saying, sorry, but embarrassing from you lot. Scapegoat Winks and Dyer now. Johnson, and now Johnson. He's had Cucurella on toast. Not sure what game you are watching. Here's £5. Donovan, appreciate you, son. But I disagree, man. I think Johnson, I get it. I hear what people are saying. Like, he has opportunities. He's been getting in the right areas more than anybody else. He's had the majority of the chances. But what has he actually done with it? Where is the quality, Donovan? I'm trying to make that distinction for people. What has he actually done with the chances that he's getting? I should probably give him more credit for actually getting in open, finding opportunities to make something happen. But what has he actually made happen with the really good space, with the really good chances that he's found himself with? I just want to make that distinction.
Also, just quickly, I know we've kicked off, but as for Winks, I was proven right. He's down in the Championship, so I don't think you should be using that to make your argument. As for Dyer, I mean, look, again, I think we're better without him. There's a reason why Ange didn't play him and got rid of him very, very quickly. And scapegoating, I don't scapegoat anybody. I judge them on their performances on the pitch. And if you think that their performances were good enough at Tottenham Hotspur, well, then don't moan about the crap that we've been seeing over the last few years. Quite simply, when it comes to Johnson, I mean, for me, I think we look at games through different lenses, to be quite brutally honest with you, Donovan, when it comes to Johnson. For me, a player that has someone on toast is a player that's, rinsing that player and showing plenty of end product every single time he gets the ball. Johnson hasn't shown any end product. He hasn't shown one bit of end product. There's a difference between getting into good positions and actually doing something with the ball. They're getting into good positions and not absolutely doing anything. So on this one, I'm going to have to disagree with you. And look, I'm not going to fall out with you acting like that. Me and you go back a long time and that, Donovan. But I think, I'll be brutally honest, I think you're completely wrong with that. And the fact that you use Winks and Dyer to make your argument, I think is poor on your behalf, to be brutally honest there. But look, each to their own. I respect your opinion. I'll just disagree with it. Jack, did we miss Jacob Anderson's in there as well?
Sorry about that, Jacob. My bad. I think we might have, yeah. For some reason, it's not showing up on my screen. Let me just find it again. Huge chances for Spurs here. Sorry, but yeah.
So Jacob Anderson says, I am tired of people blaming Ange. It's these soft players.
Yeah,
every footballer knows how to defend a set piece. They just don't do it. Ange in, soft players out.
I'd agree with that, Jacob, when I pointed out that the individuals are, part of the reason for why, we're not defending set pieces well. I don't think we have too many people that are even good at defending set pieces, but you look at the ones we have conceded, how much of it even is on Ange? Because a lot of it's down to communication, just simply jumping for it, making an actual concerted effort for it. I'd say a lot of it is down to the individuals, not even just Ange. I appreciate, that a lot of people feel like he's being ignorant and stubborn about the set pieces. I'd agree with that. It's just I don't feel like, a lot of the goals have been entirely on him. Some of them have really just been down to really poor individual efforts and just poor individual defending from some of our players on these set pieces. I'd agree with that, Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry about that from earlier. Sorry about that. I think it just disappeared for me when I was looking at it.
No, big up.
And then Sebas, and also Jacob as well, just quickly, just want to say appreciate your support for, I think, what's been nearly like 3.5 years or something like that at this stage as well, for a very long time, I believe, as an elite member. So I do appreciate you, Jacob. Sebas Wolf says, these are professional footballers. I'm not blaming Ange for the players not knowing the basics of defending on a set piece. That's kind of my point, Sebas. I feel like Ange, yes, needs to reconcile with the set pieces and how bad it's been, but a lot of the players need to take more responsibility. Like, these guys are simply just not jumping, not even making much of an effort, ball watching. It's a lot of things that they're doing wrong that I can't really just put on Ange every time. They need to take some responsibility for it as well.
And lastly, just to Donovan as well, just quickly. I mean, if I was scapegoating Johnson, I would have pulled just him out. But I think you've neglected the fact that I've said Son has been anonymous, that Sarr's been poor today, Emerson's been poor, and I've said that from the whole team, it hasn't been good enough. To sit there and say I'm scapegoating Johnson is completely out of order, to be brutally honest. I think you completely missed that. I've criticised nearly every single one of these individuals today.
Only 1-0 down, though, here, everyone. Can Spurs be an entirely different team in the second half here? It's only 1-0.
They did have a huddle before the second half. As soon as I say that, we give away the ball.
Nearly should have been a goal there for them.
Just going to grab a quick drink, Jacko.
Still only 1-0, though, here, people. It's completely delusional for me to say. I mean, we should be down by more, but it is only 1-0. Porro. Out wide to Johnson. Given away. Cucurella here. He's given Johnson so much more space, actually, than what Gilchrist has given Sonny. So can he take advantage of it, Johnson? Basuma. Good switch of play, finally, to Sonny. This is what we need to be seeing. Switches of play like that. Sonny, one-on-one with Gilchrist. Tripson is actually given a free kick there. I'm not even sure if it was one, but we get a nice free kick in a good area here. Outside the penalty area. Sonny can't even tell if it was much of a trip, but well done. Yeah, it was, to be fair. It was, to be fair. Steps over the across his foot. Free kick for Spurs on the left-hand side. Very close to the penalty area.
Come on, good delivery here. I'd like to see us try a different routine where maybe we pull a few players in towards 6-yard box and pull it back for someone. Let's see if we can get a good delivery. It's going to be a hard one to get a pinpoint delivery from this angle. Come on, Spurs.
Can Johnson do a Cucurella hair pull?
Oh, I'd take it at this point. I'll take anything.
Oof.
Oh, it's a good delivery as well.
It was a good delivery. Oh, Basuma, poor touch.
Can he win it back? Well done. He does all right there on the recovery.
He's trying to get back, though. He's feeling the... Chelsea have gone quickly here from the throw-in. Jackson, cross. Oh, this is dangerous.
Oh, it's a 2-on-1 here on Emerson.
Palmer, oh my lord. We should be down 2 or 3. We should be down 2 or 3.
It's poor.
We're getting away with it now. Getting away with it.
Screaming at someone there.
Oh my lord, that's a dangerous chance.
Oh, if we can get a goal, it might spark us into life. It's just I don't see where it's going to come from right now.
I mean, this Chelsea team is so fragile. They're just like us, where if we actually scored a goal, you could see their heads going down.
Yeah.
But
there we go,
it's just we're that poor right now. Come
Take
on,
see Richie!
Oh my gosh.
He's made the run and everything. Sonny, you got to go at Gilchrist here.
Well done.
Good ball into Kulu.
Cross the
Gets
six.
it across Richie! Is it blocked? Corner kick. That's better from Tottenham. That's more intent, more purpose. Come on. I think Van de Ven should have played Richie's first one, but anyway, it's better. It's a good ball across. Oh, Johnson following in at the back post as well. It's a ball back post. He's offside if he collects this. Tottenham throw in. That'll do. Come on, Spurs. Keep Chelsea pen back until we score.
Sarr waiting for Porro to run across the field here. Throwing for Spurs deep in the right side of the pitch here. Basuma. Emerson.
Come on, you don't have all day.
You don't have all day, Mick. Into Sonny.
Ref, that's a free kick.
Well done by Sonny. Good foul. Another good chance here, actually. I'd say definitely take this again for another free kick. See if we can get a goal here.
Porro's deliveries have been good, actually, today.
Spurs opt to take it quickly, though. Romero.
He's
Into
offside,
Sonny. Great pass. Into Kulu. Kulu, man.
He's offside. Sonny's offside. Oh. Everything's just a little off. Oh, he's just off as well.
Disciplined line from Chelsea.
No. Right,
Romero.
come on. Let's build another attack here.
Basuma.
Onto Porro, onto Johnson. Back to Porro.
Porro over the top for Richie.
Try something a
Can he
little bit
get there,
different.
Rich? He's putting
Cut
pressure
out
on
by
Badiashile.
Badiashile.
Can out for a throw-in.
Chelsea throwing pen deep in their half. May force them to go along here. Come on.
If we get a goal, I do think they are there for the taking. I agree with you, King Huddle. But it's just, we are by no means playing very well still. Slightly better, but not, it's not asking much.
I just don't know where the chance is going to come from. That's the thing. I suppose if Johnson can free himself, from Cucurella and take him on, you might get a chance from that if he can deliver a final ball, because he's had the best opportunities. But, or if Son can wake up a little bit, or a Charlison can get on the end of something. But it's just, I don't know where it's going to come from. That's the thing.
I could see Richie being the goal scorer, but it's going to require that cross being, good and into his feet or into his head, because he seems to be in the right area. It's just, when has the ball actually gone into him, in the box?
Yeah.
Very rarely. Basuma gives it away, or foul I think it was given as a foul. It's dangerous there. Very dangerous.
Ref, get out the way and let's get on with it, twerp. Emerson on to Kulu. Kulu back to Emerson. Basuma.
There you go, Basuma.
It's a great ball out to Johnson.
Johnson tries to meg Cucurella, but gets stuffed.
Bit of a nasty challenge there at the end by Johnson. He's getting frustrated.
Well, it's been that right side. We've had so much freedom. I see what people are saying. We've had far more freedom down the right side.
But what is it? You don't do anything.
It's just been that every time. It's just been getting stuffed. Where we start to get excited, but then it's just no end product, just nothing. Just gets stuffed. One of these, though, if he does get past Cucurella, you'd expect that the goal will come, because they are leaving a lot of space for Johnson. Well done, lads. Oh my gosh. Can't get a deflection, man. We cannot get a deflection our way. Well done, Emo.
Well done, Emerson. That's good defending.
Let's hope he can have a better first half as well, because Emerson was also probably one of the worst players in the first half. Can he be better now?
Kulu. Why is our natural instinct always to turn backwards? Turn fucking forwards.
There you go. Porro.
Move it now.
Into
Let's
Sarr.
go. Release Johnson. I just don't get why one's come inside. It just Keep moving it.
Yeah, both of them came
Jesus.
short. Both of them came short.
To switch a play out to Sonny. Gilchrist reads it.
Bring it down,
Sonny
Sonny.
picks it up, though.
There you go.
Go on, get free. Well done.
Sir! Oh, he's got to give it up to Richie there. Well done, Kulu!
Oh, well done, Kulu.
Oh, what a touch.
Oh, that Gilchrist is having a decent game, you know.
Get to this one from Donovan after this, hopefully, good chance here for Spurs. Into Richie. Top of the box, Sar. Top of the box for Poro. Can Johnson? Oh, blocked again. He's had 12,000 blocks, Kukurea. Donovan Osterreicher. Here, but wait just a second here, Donovan. Richie. Poro. Spurs going backwards. All the way back.
Oh, for fuck's sake. He can't even pass it back.
Donovan saying, definitely not a falling out, lads. Lots of love and respect for you both and everything you do for the community. We'll try and get on a fan show and debate it out. Sorry, I've been busy with work now on Mondays. Listen, Donovan, I think it's heated moments, it's passions, flying everywhere. And I think we respect that. I think you do as well. But sometimes we might all forget that everybody does see the game differently, and people can see different, positives or negatives in a player's performance. Sometimes we might be touching on more of the negatives of a player's performance than you think we should be, and maybe we're not seeing some of the positives of it, right? And that's just how it is. And it's the beauty of watching a football game is people can have very different opinions, very different sort of reactions. And I think this has probably been a game like that, where it is hard to know what the main problem is or who's the main culprit for the issues. And with that then comes different takes and different responses. And good chance here though for Chelsea. But as you know, Donovan, like Dave and I, we see things even differently ourselves between each other, and I think we try our best. We might not always do it perfectly, but we do try our best to sort of make it feel like people can have a different opinion to us, or people can, see things differently to us. But we try our best with it. Maybe we don't always get it right, but we do appreciate your understanding, man. We appreciate it.
No, look, it's it's what it's all about at the end of the day. I just thought scapegoating was a bit harsh, because I don't think I scapegoat any player, being brutally honest. I've always made judgments on their performances and stuff like that. I just thought that bit was a bit harsh, to be brutally honest, or the embarrassing part of it, because, I was a bit strong-worded. I get it, though. I do get it. But look, like you said, we'll debate it out. Look, I will concede that I do have a high threshold in terms of being impressed, but look, we'll debate out on Monday, and maybe I'll probably get more of an understanding of the point of view, Donovan.
Donovan, you're giving him extra workout motivation as well, probably, Dave. He's going to get into his workout bag.
Good play by Kulu.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What's Emerson diving for?
Yeah, he's diving. He's not had a good game.
He just doesn't need to go down there. Just keep persisting with the ball. Blow by them like Van de Ven done a minute ago. We're like, I just don't understand. Do some of these guys get that it's up to us to go and break the opposition down, not fling yourself to the ground every 2 minutes? Well done, Sar. Look
Come
at
on,
Sonny.
see
Look
Sonny.
oh my lord.
See Sonny.
Someone get the fucking head
Someone
up.
see Sonny or Richie. Jeez. Oh my lord, they're both open.
The attack's gone now.
Oh, Poro. Richie.
It's too late.
Johnson. Sar. Sonny. Get turned.
How is Sar not getting his head up and playing in Son? He's so
Why is everyone
free.
standing? More Lord, lads, show some urgency. Sonny, here he is. Have a hit.
Oh, he's offside the ball.
Oh my lord, how did they not find Sonny or Richie
the
there?
attack went when Sar turned on the outside to go Johnson when he should have went on the other side to Sonny. It's poor. And that's 3-4 times we tried to float out to the other side, and Gilchrist has just fucking took it down unchallenged.
Sar.
Why are they all standing there like statues as well? You're right, Jack. Look at them. None of them making overlapping runs. They're all standing there.
Poro. Well done.
Good ball.
Sar,
Lord,
man. Come on.
Oh, my Lord.
That's
Jesus
silly, man.
Christ.
That's not even mature. It's not a mature play to make. Emerson! Also not mature.
You had a player there to play it too.
He's had a shit game as well. He should not be taking a shot.
No.
And back to Donovan, last thing I'd say to Donovan, maybe that's someone who maybe we should have shown more criticism towards, to be honest, was Emerson, really. He's been shocking all game. Richarlison being taken off first.
Yeah.
Bentancur coming in. Sarr being taken off. Sadly, he's not had a good game, Sarr. I don't think.
I mean, Kulu's going out wide then, and then I think some will go down the middle by the looks of it. Madison coming on. If he's doing all this blessing stuff, God better be with fucking him right now.
Basuma taken off
Basuma
for
coming
Højbjerg.
off. Jeez, Ange's having none of it. He's not happy at all.
Not happy with anyone.
Oh, give us a chip. I can smell them. They're unreal.
He's not happy with anyone.
No. Thank you. Well done.
Madison in a Sonny. Good touches here. Johnson, see Sonny. There you go, Sonny.
Give it to Sonny. Good
Have a
ball.
hit.
Oh, someone shoot, man.
Højbjerg.
Salzburg!
Why is Højbjerg the one
Hey.
shooting? Sonny, this has been a thing with me this season. I don't know what has happened to Sonny's shooting boots, but he needs to take a shot there. We know he's
It's
the
the
best player on the
confidence,
team
Jack.
for that. He's the best player on the team for those sort of efforts.
It's the confidence, though. I think that's why none of them are shooting. They're just
Yeah.
not confident.
Yeah. That's probably
Because
it.
you know what, Sonny? The best thing I love about Sonny is it's one touch, and within a flash, he almost shoots when you don't expect that and catches you off. Right now, it's almost like he's waiting for the perfect layup.
Højbjerg gives it away. Ball over the
Win
top.
that, Porro. Well done. Right, let's go. Bit of
Come on,
quality here.
lads.
Oh, it's a blind pass, and
Højbjerg
it's
gives
shit
it away
as well.
again. Not a great start from Pierre. Pierre,
Bentancur, let's
or
go. Into
Bentancur.
Madison. Good turn. Referee, that's a yellow card. That's cynical. He had Son in behind there. Come on. 25 minutes to go. It's not beyond the realms of a possibility to score twice. Come on.
Good pressure, Lolo. Still plenty of time. Come on, lads. Let's
Maybe
get an
Bentancur
equalizer.
can unlock it.
Plenty
Maybe
of
Madison
time.
with a point to prove. Let's go. So it's Johnson moved out to the left, Kulu out to the right by the looks of it, and Sonny through the middle. Look at Højbjerg.
Pierre.
Oh, for fucking Jesus Christ. Romero. Oh, don't tell me he's... Oh, my
How's he
Lord.
giving a foul the other way?
I think this is doing my health more worse than good watching this at this moment in time. Jesus Christ. Not even a
been
ball.
enjoyable.
Not even a bounce of the ball wants to go our way.
This Chelsea team is so... We can take them. It's
They're
just we've been
shit.
so shit. We've been so shit. So that's the problem.
Oh,
well
good
done,
play by Madison. Referee. I mean, that's the second one on Madison now.
Johnson out
Johnson.
on the left here. What can
Skin
you
him.
do? Left foot across.
Another cross straight off a defender. Oh, my Lord.
Matters. Into Johnson. That's a good pass.
Skin him. Skin him. Skin him.
There you go, man.
I'm sorry if he hits the fullback one more time with a cross. I'm going to go ballistic.
I think he
I'm
will,
trying my-
so... you
I'm
might as
trying
well
my
go
best to give him the
ballistic.
benefit of the doubt.
Might as
I'm
well go
really
ballistic
trying.
now. He definitely will hit it into the fullback again.
I mean, that's
Every
about
time.
10 times this game.
I think it's more than that. Madison.
Come on, Madison. We just need one good delivery, please. Right on ahead. Let's go.
Cleared away.
Unchallenged, Cleared.
Man to Van, can he leather it again? Oh, you got not that much time, man. What are you doing?
Take him out.
Well done.
Well done. Great challenge. Don't you dare, ref. That's, he got the ball. He's got all the... Oh, my Lord. It's embarrassing.
It's a poor decision from Van de Ven, though, to shoot.
He's got to be quicker, a bit more snappier with it. I mean, some of these guys think they've got, like, 2 years. How long is he winding up there? Okay, fair enough. Maybe it is a yellow. Please, Spurs. Please. Ref, I mean, how long do they want? They have time to book a hotel room. Someone move for it. Let's go, Bentekers. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. Good ball to
Well
Madison.
done, Matters. Sonny,
Please
play
play
Emerson. Johnson!
Johnson! Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my Lord.
I think he's took the wrong decision again. He has to shoot.
He's got to shoot.
I don't understand what he's trying to do. Why is he trying to put that across the face of goal there?
He's got to shoot. You got to leather it, man. Just leather it.
He's just got to have the confidence to go himself and have one. He's like 6 yards out.
Why are we squaring it to Emerson?
That's great play by Sun's onside. Great flick by Madison. It's out to Johnson.
Yeah, what's he doing there?
Maybe it's not as bad. Maybe.
Just think, you just go for the shot there, though, because then the keeper
I
parries
would have
it.
went for a shot personally.
The keeper would parry it. The keeper would parry it straight into you. I agree, Leighton. We do seem to go for the same goal every time. That would be an
He had a
example
chance
of
to make
it.
himself a hero there.
We
Yeah,
always
he's
just
spot
look
on,
to
mate.
square it. We always just look to square it instead of shooting ourselves. Well done. Come on. Well done. Go in behind, please.
Oh, what? Please
Oh
bounce
my
our way.
Lord! How's
Please bounce
he
our way.
tackled that? How has he tackled that?
How is the
Please,
ball just not
lads.
bouncing any of our way?
They're asking us to get back into this. They
Yeah.
are asking us to get back into this. Sonny,
Come on, Sonny.
that's a foul. Please. Johnson. Oh
Keep
my
recycling
Lord, this
it. Let's
Chelsea
go.
team. They are asking us to equalize. Please, boys.
They're not even trying anymore. They're begging for it.
Matters.
Madison,
Oh, it's just
please.
under the
Oh. It's always that final ball. It's just wrong every single time. It doesn't matter who's on it. It's so frustrating. It's like all he's got to do is put a bit of zip on it and he just undercooks it. It's every time that final ball just will not work for us. It really doesn't matter who's on it. You could put Gareth Bale on the pitch right now and he wouldn't even find it.
We better score. They are asking us to score.
They're so open.
It's going to be bad if we don't. It's already very concerning and already very bad, but this will be terrible if we do not score.
We've actually looked better since the subs have come on.
We definitely have.
Just the bounce of the ball won't go our way either. That one where they're 2-on-1 and the ball goes straight to the Chelsea player. It's just... I want to go to bed and cry. I just want a new day tomorrow already.
Looks like the under-21s made a comeback and won.
Did they?
In the David Clark says, in the semifinal of the Premier Under-21s Cup, Spurs at home to Forest were 3-0 down after 36 minutes. In the second half, Spurs made subs, putting 5 strikers on the pitch. And with goals in 90+1 and 90+6, they went on to win it 4-3.
Oh, come on! We're in the final. Let's go! Let's bloody go! If anyone wants to sponsor me a trip for the Under-21 Cup final, that would be absolutely unbelievable. By the way, I feel like I deserve to go there with the support I've given them this year. So if anyone wants to help make that happen, be my guest. I mean, that's cheered me up a little. Hopefully now our team will respond here and grab a few of their goals, Jacko.
Very dangerous free kick here, though, given away by Kulu. Kulu is very clumsy, I'll be honest. As much as I like his physicality, he gives away too many free kicks.
Yeah. Come on, just a one bit of je ne sais quoi. It's all I need. We've stored it up for weeks now. Surely we're going to unleash it at some point. Cole Palmer! No, it's off the bar. It's a free header!
No!
It's 2-0 Chelsea.
My Lord! How have
Holy
they not
fuck.
cleared it?
How can no one get up and challenge
How
for
is
a
no one
header?
clearing that?
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Oh my
There's 2 of them
God.
there. There's 2 of them there. There's fucking 2 of them there. What are they doing? Standing there like statues. Holy shit.
Oh my Lord.
And it's him again. It's Jackson again. It's him again. He doesn't score all year round and saves it for fucking Tottenham. He's onside as well. There's no point of even complaining about it. I mean, who's that? Sonny and Højbjerg both
Why
looking
do
to
we keep
retreat
getting
to
in each other's
the
way?
But they don't even go for the challenge. They're both looking to retreat to the line. They haven't even responded to it.
How did neither of them clear it either? None of them clear it.
Just end this season.
How did none of them clear
over.
it here? How did they both not clear it? They get in each other's way.
Oh, it's over. The season's over. They haven't even made an attempt to go for an overhead kick or anything. You're right. They're both in each other's way. But oh my Jesus Christ! It's honestly, put Benny Hill music to this. Just get Benny Hill music to this because it's fucking embarrassing. I'm sick of it now. Just end this season already. Every single year it's like this. Every bloody year. Every year. Just end it now.
We are horrible.
I'm fed up.
Højbjerg. Cross the 6. Johnson!
Oh my God. Oh,
what's he done there?
Oh my Lord, I'm done.
Has he scuffed that?
Oh my fucking Christ.
Has he scuffed that?
I can't believe that.
He scuffed it. Oh my Lord, he scuffed it.
Oh, I'm very grateful for my eyesight, but some of the stuff I've seen in my lifetime, I just don't deserve it. I just do not deserve to see stuff like that.
We cannot score to save our lives. We cannot score to save our lives. We're done. We're actually done for. We are easily the worst front three in the league.
They're already in Cancun on the fucking beach.
We have to be one of the worst front threes in the league. This is shocking.
I just thought, he hasn't even got it on target. I mean, oh my Lord.
This is absolutely shocking. He just missed that completely.
I actually can't believe it. The goal we've conceded is shocking, but then to not even get that on target.
That's a 2-1. That's 2-1. I mean, it's not even like we deserve it, but that's 2-1. We've had two amazing chances in front of goal like that with Johnson, and hasn't ended up in the back of the net. How have we not scored tonight? How have we not scored? We don't deserve to win, but how have we not scored?
We're just so unlucky. I mean, the chances fall to Werner in the Newcastle game. The one player you don't want it to fall to, and the same tonight.
Not even that unlucky. We just have to be that bad. There's no way. I mean, it takes a skill to not finish these. It takes a skill. This is unbelievable. How have we not scored? He's just getting stuffed. Dan Coy saying 3 times at least 2 players have gone for the same ball. Yeah, Dan, I don't get it, man. It's set pieces. It's been very strange. Spurs players are actually better at defending each other than they are actually defending the opposition. We've gotten in our way more times, gotten in our own way more than times we gotten in Chelsea's way.
I mean, there's nothing you can do but laugh anymore. I mean, you've gone from 1 week not challenging for any of them to a week where everyone's challenging each other and getting in their own fucking way. And actually, and we're still conceding from them. I honestly, this is what I keep saying. Just put circus and clown music to this at this point. It's just getting to that stage of the season now. They're all on holidays. They're all in Cancun there. They're all having a great time. Half of them are in Spain. Fucking hell. It's just shit. It's just shit. I'm sick of it now. I'm just sick of every season being like this. It's not even just this season. It's every season.
I don't know why that's been the case.
Now we're going to see some fight. We're going to see a spirited fight back.
Been very frustrating, Dan. That should have been cleared. That should have been cleared between Højbjerg and Sonny. It really should have been. And then Tin Man 007 saying, shall we keep blaming different managers? Or shall we keep blaming managers, different players, question mark? I think everybody's got to be blamed tonight, Tin Man. But it's also hard for me to, again, put every single thing on Ange here tonight. A lot of the goals that we've conceded really has more to do with individuals. And I think it's not even like Chelsea have really exposed the system as much, right? Because the 2 goals that we have conceded, it's just super poor individually. Poor free kick to give up by Kulu. Poor from Sonny and Højbjerg there. And then with the goal that we conceded earlier.
On Romero?
Not sure.
I mean, Tim, man, look, this is where, to be honest with you, I'm at the point where I don't even know what's right and what's left anymore coming at this football club. I mean, look, one thing I know is we can keep questioning managers and everything else till our heart's content. But when we do this to every manager, and it's the same sort of cycle, we question the tactics. We say he's no clue, he's stubborn, he won't change. We said that about all the managers we've had since Mauricio Pochettino. I mean, but saying that, we've changed the squad, and okay, to a degree, this season we've been better than what we have been last season. But again, some of the same stuff still persists. I mean, it's getting to the point Postecoglou's bringing back Gil Messi from the dead.
Well done, Emo. Out wide to Hill.
Come on, Gil.
Plays it down the line to
Good
Emo.
ball.
Emo, good ball.
Good ball. Who's there? No one. No one there. I mean, where did he think that cross was going to go? He had no option but pull it near post. A good striker makes that run.
But Tim, man, this is what Dave and I, we've said this before, it's not what makes the watch-alongs easy. I think, when we're winning, when we're having great times, the watch-alongs can be easy for us. But when we are playing this terribly, when there are 1,000 reasons, for why Spurs are getting it wrong, it's hard for Dave and I to know how to say the right thing every time, to know what to identify first, what to bring up, as the main issues. This is not what makes it, it's a hard task. And so, yes, a lot of it's on Ange, a lot of it's on the players, but it is hard to make sense of it. I agree with Dave. It's hard to know left from right.
I don't even know
right
what's
now
right
at
and left
Spurs.
anymore, Jack.
I agree with that phrase. I think it is hard to know. And that's what I don't like about these watch-alongs. Though as much as I love it with you, Dave, when we are playing this poorly, it's hard to even know what to say. It's hard to even know to make sense of it. We don't have a magical wand of an explanation for everything. This is just terrible.
There is no explanation for this. This is one where, I'll be brutally honest, I think the players need to put their hands up and give an apology. But again, I mean, how many times have they done that over the last few years? I mean, it's just like, I just don't know anymore. Do you know what's ironic? Gil has shown more fight in the few minutes that he's been on than most of our players have all game. He's shown more enthusiasm to the attack and play, even, shall I say. That's not right. The guy's been resurrected from the dead like The Undertaker.
Højbjerg. Matters.
No one running. Everyone's standing there static.
So static.
Madison
Oh
Trice.
my lord, man.
Jesus
We're
Christ.
shit. These guys are shit.
Yeah, can you ask me what?
No one knows how to cross a ball. No one.
Who did he see there?
I'm actually losing my head with it because Porro is doing the same thing where you see Porro hitting it as hard as he can over everyone's head. Johnson can't even get a cross in. It gets blocked every time, but when he does, he also always overhits it. Why is it that with a cross, we also seem to overhit it every time? Why are we wailing up for it? What's he doing there? Why is he? It requires delicacy. The way he was winding up for that, dude, you have to hit it with actually some grace. What's he doing there?
If he was trying to bend that for Son, I mean, he's blind. He needs to go to Vision Express, get his eyes tested.
There's no one there, and he's hitting it as hard as he can. It's unbelievable.
It's like it's a half shot, half cross. I don't even think he knew what he was trying to do.
It's like he made up someone.
He doesn't believe what he was trying to do anyway.
It's like he saw an imaginary friend at the back post or something. I just don't even get it.
I mean, maybe Terry Sheringham resurrected himself there. I don't know. He's seen somebody. Please start putting the ball in the box. Please do something different. Yeah, great. We're possession kings. Fucking do something with it.
Donovan Osterreicher saying, sorry, lads, that's on me. I hold my hands up. Project player, nothing more. Jonathan, you're funny. We're relying on potential right now. A true project club. Nico Williamson. Donovan, you don't need to change your opinion on Brendan Johnson, in the space of this time. But I think maybe what I was bringing up, what Dave was bringing up, was the distinction we were trying to make was he's getting the ball and he's making himself open. He's getting into the right areas. But what was he actually doing with it other than just hitting it into Brennan Johnson's feet, or sorry, Kukureya's feet every time? It just kept getting blocked, kept getting stolen, just ended up leading to nothing every time with Johnson. And then also that finish towards the end there. I mean, even I thought he was going to prove us wrong or, shut us up a little bit with that one if he just put that away. But even then, he couldn't do that. So very bad game from Johnson. We've been here before, though, with him this season. He's had some absolute stinkers this year. I've warmed up to him a lot, but this is just one of those from him where it's just another stinker. And he's had a couple, if not a couple. He's had plenty more than a couple this year. But believe me, Donovan, I've defended Johnson on more than once, of recent, because I have started to like the kid. But it's just today is just one of those where we're seeing the worst traits of him, really seeing the worst traits of him. And but Dave, he's saying we're a project club. Nico Williams in. I mean, Donovan, he's probably like us. He just doesn't even know left from right, I think, right now. And Donovan, I look forward to our fan show call, man, because you and Dave and I are going to have a tough time trying to figure out what's going wrong here. It's really hard to understand it.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, Donovan, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not even getting into it. I just lost for words. There's nothing I can say that I haven't previously said countless of times over and over again. Big up, though. I really appreciate the support, my man. DB says, I love this channel, but you do a contest style in hands we trust. Diatribe. After this, I'm out. Players don't believe. Look, I mean, we're allowed to have a bit of fun with things as well, you know what I mean? Look, I do think Andrew's a good manager, and we can sit here and blame the manager again, but where's that going to get us? Realistically, where is it going to get us? Look, even if Andrew isn't the right man anymore and we do bring someone else in, at some point we're going to have to show some sort of patience under one manager. Right now, we put unrealistic expectations where we expect him to come in with one season and win anything, even though we don't have that history under Levy and Enoch. I don't get it. Look, I'm not saying that everything Andrew's doing is perfect, but let's not make everything his fault as well. I argued the same with Conte, I argued the same with Jose, and when they left, everyone thought the problems would go with them. Did they? No, they don't. They still stay.
Jerome saying, why is Højbjerg pushing Son? That is ridiculous, man. I am so done.
It's done. Season's over. We're all done, Jerome. We're all done. Season's over, lad.
See me pushing him on the goal? This is me that we conceded?
Yeah. I mean, look, in a way, it sort of shows hunger that they're both trying to go and do it, right?
It was hard to tell for me, Jerome. Maybe I'm seeing things differently. That's been the trend for today. I think a lot of us just seeing things in a different lens. I feel like Sonny got in Højbjerg's way more than Højbjerg got in Son's. But either of them should have dealt with it. That's the point, right? Either of them should have. Yeah. But they both got in each other's way, from what I can tell. They really did get both in each other's way. If you think it was Højbjerg, so be it. It was terrible from both of them. Whichever one is more guilty, it's just terrible. I mean, it should have been cleared. It really should have been. Unless you're referring to something else, where maybe something happened later on where Højbjerg and Sonny getting into a scuffle. But I'm not too sure, Jerome. I'm not too sure.
No, that's what.
Yeah.
He's on the goal. Look, I don't get it, Jerome. I think in a way it shows that they're both hungry to try and get after it, but inadvertently, again, I keep talking about communication. There's none between the two of them. Not one of them goes, leave it to me. They're both just jostling each other. Just all you got to do is open your mouth and speak one sentence. I don't get it, Jerome. I do not bloody get it. Chelsea with another set piece. Palmer tries to go over the carry again. It's gone out for a corner.
It's got to catch that, I think, Vic.
Yeah.
Can't believe we're actually not going to score as well.
Dennis Daly says, bring back. I mean, at this point, at least give Mikey Moore his first senior appearance. Look at them. They've had nothing to cheer about all season. And they've done the double on us, and they're so delighted. That's how embarrassing they are. Ironically, it's 2 set pieces that undone us again. I just can't believe it.
That's also just how bad Chelsea are, right? That's the only way they could score against us was from set pieces, despite all the chances we gave them. Despite all the opportunities they had, they still could only score from set pieces. Shows how important set pieces really are, right?
Yeah.
A team can end up winning even though you gave them plenty of other chances to score. The only ones they took were from set pieces.
Yeah.
This is just...
I mean, just blow it up at this point. I'm sick of watching it.
This is horrible.
We're going to get possession. We're going to pass it around the other end, and we're going to do fuck all with it.
No free kick there?
It's his advantage. You just have one, son. You may as well. Someone may as well. We got a shot on target. Stat pattern, brilliant.
Jerome saying, I'm so done, guys. I cannot believe how we are conceding such stupid goals. There's nothing left to this team. The fall off is just sad to see.
Yeah.
I agree, Jerome. It is really sad. It's just, it's impossible to...
I mean, that's an easy ball for Madison to play there, and he can't even play that.
It's just really hard to know what's...
Well, season's over. It's done now. We're going to get some form of Europe. You know, we'll probably salvage a couple of points against Burnley and Sheffield, but season's over now as we speak, to be brutally honest. I think half of these players are on the beach, but also, you know, we alluded to it in the pre-match build-up, Jack, you know, the words that came out of Ange that, you know, there's players here that don't buy into his... still can't score from 6 yards out. You know, that players aren't buying, coaches aren't buying into it and stuff like that. And you've seen that today out there on that pitch, you know, and then set pieces again. I mean, season's over, Jerome. The players don't care. I mean, why should us fans at this point, you know?
Lo Celso!
It's just not going to go in for us. It's
Lo Celso! Matters!
Fall off is very sad to see, though, Jerome. Very sad to see. Started off with so much promise, but we said the same under Jose, the same under Conte, and then the fall off.
Oh my lord, we can't score there.
We also have Spurs shirts for free, giving them away. I don't even want one at this stage, to be honest. It's all the same, huffing and puffing and around the box. Ref, he's got a grip of Kulu. Can you...
Oh my god, we're
No,
so bad.
George.
We're so bad. We're so bad.
We'll just start wrapping it up now, Jack. I can't do commentary for the last 5 minutes. It's dreadful. It's all fake. You know, trying towards the end of the game. We're pushing. Game's already done. Can't even hit the fucking target.
Orak Beat saying, never mind, I'm burning my Spurs shirts. F this team. This is probably the lowest point of the season. I'll be honest, Orox. Because it's the end of the season, really. This is now the end. This is now the end. It's really, really poor. It's a horrible, horrible way for it to end.
But you know what? Just end it again, no fight like last year. I mean, it hurts, Jack. No fight again. You know, it's beating her out without even so much as a whimper. Oh, Lord.
Donovan said, when's the last time we didn't give up on a season? Yeah, Donovan, right? I mean, it's actually sadly a success that we might make it. I'm just saying might, because who knows? Might not be the case that Ange makes it the whole season. But if he does, that would be an improvement. Manager making it the whole season. But that's where Spurs are at, right? Where we have not been able to stick with anyone. We have not been able to find anyone that can really sustain in any way confidence from the players, confidence from the fans, confidence from everyone. This is the lowest moment with Ange, clearly. This is a bad spot to find ourselves in once again. Where Spurs fans are giving up on the season, looking forward to the season to end. There wasn't even much to play for at all in the beginning of this season anyways. It was just sort of about getting ourselves back on track, finding, a pathway, starting a new project. And we're already giving up on it, it feels like.
But you know what, Jack? I don't think it's so much the fans giving up on it. I mean, the fans sort of feed off what they're seeing on the football pitch. I think the squad have given up on it, And how many times have we said that about, them giving up on managers? How many times have we heard Jose say players aren't believing or buying in? Same with Conte. And Andrew said the same today, in the embargoed section of the press conference. We're just too comfortable. Everyone gets too comfortable at Tottenham Hotspur. And I wouldn't mind. Even Ange tried dropping Maddison today to get a reaction, and it still didn't even get that,
Yeah.
Leighton Evelyn says these players on holidays. I sort of agree with that. It does look like they've already got it planned and just waiting for the flight, to be brutally honest.
Good cross.
Again, just won't bounce off anyone and go in. 1 minute left. Thank fuck.
Oh my lord, again, man. What is up with our wingers and crossing? Why do they hit it as hard as possible? Jesus, lads. It's like they've all unlearned how to cross. It's like they've all unlearned it. This is horrible. Please, just end it now. I can't end any sooner. Disgusting. This is disgusting. This is easily one of the worst Chelsea teams, too. They actually tried to let us back into the game, and we couldn't even do it.
They gave us the best.
They gave us 20,000 chances to let us back into the game. I have to turn it off. They gave us too many chances to let us back in the game. We couldn't even score. The fact that we didn't even score today is absolutely pathetic. Pathetic. We couldn't even score.
Yeah. Look, I don't even know what to say to you guys. Look, the season's over. Season's over, it seems like. But you know what, Jack? I mean, I'm concerned after today's performance. Look, there's a number of things. First of all, that forward line needs addressing in the summer. Big time. When we come up against teams with more quality, Newcastle, Arsenal, Chelsea, we've been found wanting. We have been found wanting. There's been no class, no one taking shots, everything a little bit too late. Crosses into the box when we're 2-3-0 down. Where's that when we're 1-0 up, when we're in the ascendancy and the game's in the balance? There is no risk taking. But today I'm more concerned about what I've seen. There's no one out there carrying out any of Ange Postecoglou's instructions with any sort of conviction about it. When Ange spoke about in the embargoed section that people aren't buying in, you could see that out there quite clearly today. We lack the forward line's a big problem. We lack a lot of quality in it. Every player that we've got now is sapped of confidence. They're on holidays. The season's over. But do we see out the season with Ange Postecoglou in charge? I think after they did these two performances against Arsenal and against Chelsea, I think it leaves it open to that question. Where I sit on it, I'm still behind. I still want Ange Postecoglou to be in charge next season. You know, at some point we have to stick with a manager and continue to build the squad in his image.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people probably won't agree with that right now, or even, off the back of that, which I fully understand. But as much as we want to put the blame on the manager as well, when we keep seeing the same patterns, our season petering out without a whimper, and it started off with so much promise. It was the same under Conte last season, same under Jose there in his first full season as well, and we keep seeing the same patterns. Now, I'll be brutally honest, when I thought the likes of Dyer and Lloris and Sanchez and all were gone out maybe them problems would be gone, and alleviated, and players will actually start buying into something. But that's just sadly hasn't happened. And I actually don't know what the real answer is anymore, to be brutally honest. Today, I just don't get it. I mean, off the back of the North London Derby, you're asking the players to salvage a bit of pride for us. But again, their own personal agendas mean more to them than trying to get a victory for us Spurs fans in the London Derby. That was our 300th London Derby today in the Premier League. And we got embarrassed by a shit Chelsea team who, like you said, Jack, done their best to give us an opportunity to get in the second half. They stopped playing for ages. They stopped tracking back. And we still couldn't score. And I'm sorry, but the bravery of a lot of these players needs to be questioned as well. Yeah. The leadership needs to be questioned as well. Because a good leader doesn't allow that to happen 2 weeks on the trot.
Yeah.
We were told after the Newcastle game, heading into North London Derby, we 15 days off to prepare for this run-in. We're going to be at it. And they look worse than what they did before the 15 days off. And sadly, again, Tottenham season has ended fucking early, and I am quite getting fed up of it, Jack.
I usually never use this term correctly, but it does feel like sad and really, really sad deja vu with this all. I'm not sure if I ever used that correctly, but once again, we find ourselves in a very similar, scary situation to what it has felt like under Jose, under Conte, where the players are clearly not behind the instructions or even fighting much for the manager. And as much as I believe, these managers should be given patience because we haven't shown them much patience and we just continue to sack them and move on to different ones who end up with similar outcomes. Once you start to see the players giving up on the manager and giving up on, just basically the team and everything, you do have to start kind of throwing about questions everywhere. I think everybody's really to blame. I think Ange is losing the run of the dressing room. He's losing confidence of the players. He's also, sadly, because of the nature of the job, you are judged by your results. You can only say patience for so long. You can only say benefit of the doubt so many times. You are a manager that will have to live by results. I even said this Chelsea game, if he got a result, I think he would buy back a lot of faith, buy back a lot of confidence from his own players, from even the fan base, you'd like to think. But the more that you lose London derbies, the more that you lose games in a row. Like, what's that, 3-4 losses, 5 losses in a row? I'm losing track at this stage. That's not a good sign. You gotta throw questions as towards the manager. I'm not the one to blame managers. Haven't really blamed the last, I think, 3 managers, really, just because I don't feel like they've been given that confidence or that patience. But once you start to see players not running for him, once you start to see players kind of giving up, you have to kind of pick your sides. And I don't know, Dave, I think a lot of these players are really disgusting me, but they're giving up on Ange, and that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign for me. And it's only been a season. It's not 2 or 3 seasons, 4 seasons in where the project comes to a natural end. The project has barely even begun, and they are giving up on it.
Yeah. But look, I mean, it's put the club in a crossroads as well. It'll be very interesting to see what they do. He's talking about next season. Under his illusion, he's here next season regardless of what happens this season. So now it's up to the club. Are they going to come out and quell the heat around Ange and say, this is our guy, we're going to back him heavily across the summer and hopefully be a lot better next season? Or do they sack him again? If they sack him, they also have to be held accountable. They also have to be held culpable. Backing managers, but there doesn't seem to be that same accountability straight into the squad. For instance, look at some of the players that are still around here. haven't performed for a long time. So, I think it's at a crossroads for the owners right now as well of this football club. Um, let's see what they do as well. Look, I think at some point they have to show a bit of bollocks and show a bit of steel and say this is our guy, this is what we're doing. Will they do that? Let's wait and see.
And then Tin Man 007 coming in here saying, guys, the club mentality is tin pot, filters down to the players. Let's sack another manager, and then what? I know, let's build some more hotels. Listen, Tin Man, even if we sack Ange, it's going to be it's so tiring to go through another project, to go through another sort of, search process, another guy that you have to do your research on and get behind and see sort of the inner workings come together. It's just become exhausting. But I agree that it does, it's not a coincidence that the same outcome just keeps happening to different managers of different experience, different class, different quality. They all have reached the same outcome and the same conclusion, where the players eventually give up on them, fan base starts to give up on them, and then usually the board and the owner has never really ever, I think, shown that much confidence in any of his managers. Once they start to feel like the results slip, they're usually not quick, but they will start to not show that sort of, patience or that sort of much confidence in the guy they have in charge. So I wouldn't be surprised if Levy and co. are maybe starting to second guess themselves, starting to second guess, the guy that they were backing with, the way that the players and just basically everybody seems to slowly or maybe surely kind of slip away their confidence in Ange right now. It's hard to really dig down on. It's hard to call Spurs tin pot, or it's hard to call Spurs Spursy, but it does feel very Spursy right now, Tin Man. Right where we find ourselves after this game, it does feel very Spursy.
Look, not everything is on Ange Postecoglou, by the way, as well. You know, he spoke about coming here and trying to change the mentality. He spoke about that through press conferences. Conte spoke about that, and Jose spoke about it as well. But with Ange Postecoglou, he had Harry Kane pulled Benitez right the night before the season. I mean, it's been hard. We haven't adjusted since. We didn't replace him properly. We left ourselves very little time. So there are some things that maybe you can question with Ange. People are going to question the tactics, the sort of, the answers he's given when he's been asked about set pieces, even though we lost the 2 set pieces again today. I get that. But also, there are some things that have to go at the players, but also at the board as well. And the reason why I say at the players is because and they don't want to suffer. The minute things get a little bit hard, they throw the toys out of the pram and throw another manager out of this football club. So they have to take accountability and responsibility. But also the owners, and I was saying this in the pre-match build-up, if the culture change has to come from them. It's all well and good bringing in a manager, but you also have to do it. They also have to sit there and maybe do what Arsenal board done. Sit there and back Postecoglou through these tough times. That's what Arsenal done. If they keep chopping and changing direction, then you have to question, do they know how to get the best out of this football club going forward? Do they have an idea how to go and win trophies and stuff like that? But you're right. Like when we allowed in terms of squad rotation, we allow money to dictate what we do, what's best for Tottenham Hotspur. We allow replace them properly because we don't want to be paying 2 sort of sets of similar wages. So we allow them to become comfortable. We allow them to stay here for 4 or 5 years on big wages without contributing. And that culture has to change at Tottenham Hotspur. And that has to come from the board. Contracts, get out of my football club so we can and building a proper squad going forward. But it's always done in drips and drabs because we have to send out players here, find a club for them, and then some we don't, we keep around and stuff like that. And then when it comes to rely on them, we get let down and stuff like that. So you're right, there does have to be a culture change that has to come from the top as well. And this is their chance to do it. They can sit there and say to a lot of them players, we're not doing this anymore, we're backing Ange. You're either with this club or you're not. So let's see what they do.
Adrian Chia saying Ange's system is based more on scoring goals than the opposition. And right now, Adrian, like this, we cannot score. Like we are finding ourselves. This is again where you find it difficult to understand where the real problem is or who's the culprit. Because yes, I'd say we should be doing better and trying to create different types of chances, because sometimes we're, in the right area. It's just these guys seem so robotic with their decisions.
Yeah.
It's just down the line, cross it in low, and it's just been blocked or easily kind of defended every time. And some of the individuals, though, in these moments, like really, really poor decision making and really poor finishing. Ange can put these guys in the right areas. He can get them into the right positions. It's just on them then to show their quality and to show their execution. And they haven't been. I mean, Brendan Johnson had 20,000 crosses blocked by Cucurella. And then you look, too, at other moments where guys are, finding themselves in good opportunities to shoot, to take a shot on goal, challenge the keeper. They decide not to, lay it off to somebody else for a worse shot or a worse opportunity. I just think these guys are just lacking complete confidence in front of goal. And even if they get a gaping hole, they still don't really seem to have any confidence themselves to score it. Brendan Johnson just missed a sitter. Bentoncourt, I mean, the performance is not on him.
Yeah, about 3 chances.
Yeah, but Bentoncourt towards the end is a good example of just, the continuous wasting. And Sonny, too. I mean, he didn't have a ton of chances today, but he's not filling me with confidence either when he's been in front of goal, because he's often deciding to lay it off to somebody else, or he's just passing on responsibility and hasn't been, shooting on goal much either. And it's really shocking, some of the chances that we do waste, some of the chances that we do spurn, but the fact that we're just not even, I think, challenging the keeper as much as I think we should is also a concern. We should be challenging the keeper even more, and we haven't been. I mean, Dave, right? That's the big issue, is that Ange's system is based... I mean, we know we are going to concede goals with his system, but we're supposed to be blowing teams away with 3 and 4s, and we're just really not doing that. We cannot put the ball in the back of the net.
Look, goals change game. I'd argue if we scored when we dominated possession earlier on, you wouldn't see some of them goals go by us because opposition lose belief very quickly. But look, in a way, I kind of seen it coming, and I think the club, they probably deserve it. They sold Harry Kane for money, and they didn't replace him properly. They replaced him with average players, nowhere near the quality. He can't hold up a ball the way he can't finish the way he can't pass the way he can't create the way he can. So in a way, we kind of deserve it. You get what you paid for. And that's what we're getting. That's what we're getting right now going forward. We are getting what we paid for. We should have signed and replaced Harry Kane with quality. But let's not forget, a lot of the fan base also dismissed the quality that we had up front. And I keep saying it, and I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. We need to get back to that. You cannot take what players do in the forward area for granted. Being on it week in, week out ain't for everybody. And we need to go and get another player in that can be at that level. We as fans don't deserve this, but the club are getting what they paid for.
Yeah, or lack of what they paid for. Seems like in the summer, really. I'd agree. They just need more quality up front. I think with the chances we're wasting, some of the chances we're giving away, that are just being given to us. I mean, Adrian, I said during the watch along, Chelsea wanted us to equalize. They're that bad, and we just couldn't take advantage of it. They were practically telling us to score and equalize, and we still couldn't do it. That just comes down to a lack of quality as well with that forward line. They just need to pull themselves together, or we just need new players up front. Al Ben says the Ange's system won't work in the Premier League unless we have the best players, and that's never going to happen. The players' demeanor is showing that they know they can't do it anymore. Interesting point from Al. I don't know how we're going to be able to answer it, but I think he is making a good point. Dave, he's saying that I've heard this point from others, right? They feel like Ange's system really will only work if he has the highest quality of players, because the system is that risky, it's that front foot, it's that gung-ho that you do need the best quality of player. And then he's saying that the players are losing confidence in themselves because they don't think they're up for the task. They don't think they are good enough themselves maybe to be executing it.
Look, when it comes to that first statement by Al Ben there, that Ange's system won't work in the Prem unless we have the best players, correct me if I'm wrong, was the same thing not said about Conte and Jose Mourinho. I'm pretty sure I heard the same arguments with them guys that they needed the best in class for it to really work and everything else. The thing is, the reason why the problem is on Tottenham and not the manager is we had proof that Conte's system at Chelsea worked. Didn't work at Tottenham Hotspur, though. Jose Mourinho's system in the Premier League worked. Didn't work at Tottenham though. So although I hear a lot of people say make that argument, but what manager system is going to work unless they get the best in class that we can give them for their system? If we think that we're going to get a bunch of average players and turn us into a title-winning team, it's not going to happen. A manager is only as good as the tools he's got to work with. If the club provide him the best in class for his system, that system becomes better over time. And we're getting that to the point. We've got some great individuals in that squad. But we're some players off. We're a striker off. We're probably a good potent winger off. A good number 6 off. And maybe another backup left back. But are the board going to show the guy the patience to give him that? Because if we don't and we go to bring in the next manager, we're going to find ourselves in the very same exact position next season. At the end of the season, talking about the same things. I said it last season under Conte. We're going to find ourselves back here next season because I was there the season before. It's just deja vu, like you said, Jack, every single time. At some point, you either give them the best in class or we give the manager the patience to build something knowing he's not getting the best in class. But we've got to stop asking the same thing of every. But people said the same thing under Conte why it wouldn't work. Tottenham don't operate that. We can't give them the best in class, get rid of them. And we said the same as Jose Mourinho as well. We can't keep doing this. We can't. Well, I can't anyway. My insanity's going.
Dave, just give your maybe internet a slight refresh because sometimes you've been kind of cutting in and out between some of your points, and I don't want people to lose your point or maybe think that maybe something you said didn't get caught there. Everyone, again, I'll reiterate this, but we are trying our best here to make sense of this all. And, of course, we're just giving our own opinions. You as well will have yours. Plenty of times we might not say what you feel like is the right thing to say or what is the problem, but we are trying our best to make sense of this, trying our best to attack this as best we can when it comes to the problems that we're seeing in front of us. And it's hard to really know, what the right solution is or what is even left from right now at this club. And it just feels like it's rotten from the top down right now. It's just one of those days where everything seems bad. Everything seems poor. Big up Alban, though. I would say that the players, demeanor, I'd subscribe to that, actually, that maybe part of the reason why we're playing so poorly of recent has been because maybe some of these guys just don't really believe that they can actually execute the instructions of the system, as well anymore. They just don't feel like they actually are good enough to be doing what Ange is asking from them. So that means they're playing within themselves. They're playing without that confidence. And then that can be seen, in the recent results and in the poor play from a lot of us, from a lot of the players. So that's a fair point, I think, towards the end there, that could be also part of the explanation. They're just losing confidence in themselves.
I'm back now. Hopefully things are a little bit better. Did you get the gist of the point I was trying to make?
I definitely am. I'm getting the gist of most of your points. I just don't want anybody to, I don't know. People are already probably angry with us in the chat.
I just want to know whether I need to repeat it or not. But if people can make it out, then that's all good.
No, I just, I'm pretty sure people are already probably pissed with us as is, so I didn't want them to get an extra reason. Big up, Al. Appreciate you, man. And I think you're bringing up a fair point. Like I said, tried our best to make sense of it, but it's something I've been thinking about for a while now, especially that latter sentence that you make there. THFC till I die. Tonight was on the players, not on Ange. In Ange, we trust. Listen, Dermot, I'm still keeping my confidence in Ange, but I'm not going to be completely, excuse free or, completely, just excuse heavy for him. I think the fact that these players are starting to lose confidence in him, and also as well, just the set piece issues, some of the substitutions that he even made tonight. I think taking off Richarlison. I don't think Richie had the best of games, but he wasn't really given enough service for me. I'll be perfectly honest. I think with Ange, he's going to have to start taking some responsibility. But these players, for me, it's more on the players than it is on Ange. It's just that I think right now, nobody deserves, excuses, or nobody deserves really any exemption at all for the most part. I think, Ange might get some sort of benefit of the doubt, but still, these results are getting bad. There's only so many London derbies that you can lose in a season. There's only so many, and there's only so many bad results like this that fans can take, and even these players can take. So I think everybody's really to blame for tonight. But, some of the individual quality was just so shocking today.
What I will say is, Ange did try today. He tried with a new lineup. He dropped Madison. He made substitutions. He made a lot of substitutions, to try and get a response, and it just didn't happen. I said something in the pre-match build-up, Jack, that I think Ange looks like a man that's waiting for the summer transfer window. I think he's fed up with some of the players in the squad not doing what he's asking them to do. And likewise, I think some of the players are fed up. They don't want to do what he's asking them to do. But like I said, it's up to the board now. Where do they go? Do they want to stick with the players, or do they want to stick with Ange Postecoglou and maybe send out a message? It'd be interesting to see what happens, but we can sit here and put everything on Ange, but he did make changes today, and he tried things. He tried to rejuvenate things, and it just didn't happen. And at some point, because we're only going to run into the same problem next season when you bring in a manager, there's going to be some point in the season where injuries happen. He ends up relying on players that aren't really his players, but he's using to keep around to fill out the squad. And then it's going to fall off again. He's not going to know where to pick it up. He's not going to know his ass from his elbow. And then we're going to be in the exact same position. So at some point, we have to hold tight, hold the line, back him into next summer, and rotate the squad a lot more in his image, But are the club going to do that? Give him the money to do that? We're going to have to wait and see on that one. Be very interesting to see what happens, because there's a lot of scrutiny on Ange Postecoglou at the minute. I don't think all of it's right. I think more needs to go on to the ownership. I think more needs to go on the players, and I think they have to take their fair share of the blame. But it goes back to what Al Ben is saying. At the end of the day, this happens under every single manager. Sacking another manager is not going to be the solution either.
And then Dermatron with a crying emoji. Listen, Dermot,
yeah.
I'm feeling that way right now. This is the hardest thing about doing these watch-alongs, is to try to respond to it in the moment, to try to come up with the right answers and the right explanations. Listen, Dermot, I think some people maybe don't realize, but there is that sort of benefit of being able to watch the game, from the comfort of your couch with a nice beer or, a soda, and, be able to watch it from that sort of distance, to respond to it in the moment, to respond to it like this when I'm pretty just dejected. I'm pretty numb right now, really. It's hard, very hard for me, Dermot, and I appreciate you for your support. It's just anybody that might be listening, it is difficult in these situations for Dave and I to come up with the right things to say on each occasion, because I'm very numb to it. I would have already turned off the TV probably by the 89th minute, really. Yeah. It's difficult right now, Dermot. It's very difficult. Appreciate you, sir. And then Balaka, I think I just need to zoom in on it. Blakazini, let me make sure that I'm saying this right. Yeah, Blakazini, appreciate you. Member for 8 months as a Flat Cap member. And he's saying garbage mentality at this club, no pride at all. They don't seem to have any pride right now, these players. They're not playing for the badge with any pride. They're not playing for Ange with any pride. And also, when you have nights like this, you do get that sort of feeling of everything's rotten from the top down. Everything is, poor. Mm. And we've been here before, Blakazini. We have been here before, both under Conte, under Jose, where everything from the ownership to the manager, to the players, to the medical staff, to the captain, everything feeling wrong, everything feeling out of place and not in sync. And we're once again in that sort of similar feeling.
Look, I think the fans are the only proudest thing in this football club. Regardless of the game, we go out there, we put our chest on the line and have a bit of banter in front of our club. The owners don't want to do it. Players don't want to do it. The people in the positions that can actually do it don't want to do it. No one looks at the cockerel and has it, are sitting there going, I'm proud of that. I'm doing the very best I can here. They throw it. It's like they treat it like garbage. They can just throw it under the bus whenever they want. Let it get fucking trampled down whenever they want. But to us, it actually means something. It actually matters. And I wish we had more people inside the fucking football club that felt the same way about it, like all of us do. I'm sick of it. I was down in the shop the other day, and an Aston Villa fan started having a banter with me. They haven't had anything to sing about in 70 bloody fucking years. Aston Villa are coming out the woodwork having a go at us now. And I just wish someone inside the club had the same fucking respect for it the way we do. I'm sick of it now. I'm fed up. I've had enough. It's fucking 3-4 seasons on the trot. This keeps happening every single season. It's not even May. Or actually, sorry, it's only the beginning of May. And our season's over. My dad grew up supporting a football club that May was the business end of the season for them. It was the time for them to go and celebrate. They were in the big games. And all we keep doing is whimpering out. And I'm fucking sick to my teeth of it. I may sound angry. I may not sound like I'm making any sense. But I've had a bloody enough. I've really had enough.
And then Thank you for the support for 8 months, Blackazini, as have so many other members over these years. Like, so many roller coasters. Ribsy85, Daniel Larson, Sean Max, of course, joined us a lot recently. But a lot of people have been through these tough nights and these tough games with us. And we find ourselves in a very unwanted, similar position to other really, really bad nights under other managers, and does not fill me with confidence, does not make me feel good. Faz Radfar says fans should judge Ange next season. Don't lose confidence in him, I think is what he means. I think that's what he meant by don't lose him. Faz,
I think that's already happened.
I think I'm starting to. My confidence is being tested. My confidence is being tested in Ange. I just stick by the sort of comments I've made before, where I do feel like we are becoming a bit of a Watford, where I just, the moment the manager starts to show some signs of wavering, some signs of maybe not being the right guy, we quickly pounce on it as a fan base, but also just in general as a club. And I'd like to give a guy a full season. I just think we haven't been able to do that. Let's just do it, even no matter how poorly it ends. I say you just got to give him till the end. And Ange will then be, if he ends really poorly, if it just keeps ending with, more losses and more embarrassing defeats, I think the less time he gives himself for next season, really, right? It's about finishing strong, because if he finishes this season really poorly, I think he really only will have so many games next season to win over the board, to win over the fan base and the players in general, right? And there's a very strong possibility that he could have a Ten Hag sort of season next season or something like that. But it's tough for me right now, Faz, because I'm going to be a man of my word. I feel like you have to give a manager, because we haven't done it in forever, we have to give a manager a whole season. It's just this is a bad way for Ange to end it. Very bad way for him to end it.
No, look, 100% it is, but we knew at some point in this season there was going to be a sticky point. And as angry as I am, we're actually doing better this season than what I thought. Jack, I think in my prediction video at the start of the season, I put 10. I was complete 10th. I was completely deflated. We're doing better than what I thought. But again, when we're just on the cusp of maybe doing something and really giving Ange the chance that he needs going into next season, we pull the reins off and we completely fall off. But look, for me, I agree. There was going to be things that were going to happen this season. There was going to be sticking points. And it's hard really to put everything on Ange Postecoglou when he doesn't have all the pieces of the puzzle that he needs. For me, I'm sticking with him, and I want to see him in this dugout next season. I want to see more investment. I want to see the right players come in the door in the right positions and go again next season with him. That's where I'm at with it.
Mike, yeah, sorry. Actually, I unplugged my mic for a second. Faz, I'm just giving him till next season, and I'm going to start judging him a lot harsher, but this is a bad way to end it for me. This does not make me feel good or give me a ton of confidence, and there are a lot of good players in this team that I rate really highly that I feel like are starting to show signs of either being done with the season or maybe even giving up on Ange, and that's not a good sign for me, at least Faz. Yeah. But I agree with you. I'm not going to lose full confidence in him. Dropkick your teacher. Bringing up a good point here, specific, but it is something that was on the back of my mind. And, there's so many things that are wrong, but this is a small detail that I think has been hurting us this season. Dropkick your teacher saying we need to talk about the amount of goals we've conceded from Kulu giving away dumb free kicks. I agree, Dave. Kulu, for me, the way I would describe it is he's such a physical player that he doesn't seem to either understand his own strength or he's actually a bit lazy about some of the free kicks that he seems to give away, because he'll just sort of barge into a guy and then the guy will, fall over naturally. And then Kulu just makes this face every time of like, oh, how come he fell over? Why can't he be stronger? Yeah. It's like, come on, man, you have to at least show a bit more cleverness about it, or at least, know that a lot of guys will go down easy. Don't make it so easy for them to have that excuse to go down. And he's done this a couple of times where he just kind of barges into a guy really unnecessarily, and it's given them, kind of that free pass where they're not even in a good position, but then they're given a great opportunity to score kind of out of nowhere. Everton, this game, and some others. Yeah. I think Bournemouth was another game that I can think of too, that he probably hurt us from a free kick that he gave up. What do you think about this, Dave? I mean, it's a small detail with what went wrong today, but it is something that Kulu has been kind of annoying me with of late.
No, I agree. Look, it's just clumsy. It's the same when people go and foul on opposition when they've got the back to goal up in the final third. You know, where you want them. It's just stupid and it's petulance. And to be quite honest, it's absolutely brain dead. It's no awareness of where you have them, what position they're in. It's just you're panicking and you're looking to pull it down at all opportunities. You know, for me, I mean, if you're going to do it in and around your box, you may as well do it closer to the halfway line where you can. I don't understand why we leave it so late to put them in a good position to be able to cross it or shoot before we take them down. It should be done way earlier up the field. But it's just clumsy and it's brain dead. There is no excuse for it. It's completely brain dead. You're not aware of the danger that you're causing. It's stupid. Stupidity. I'm not defending it. I can't. It's stupid. It's the same when we do it up the other end when you've got them with their back to goal. Porro done it today, I think, once or twice. You know, fouled them and allowed them an easy get out. Why do we do such brain dead and stupid things?
Yeah, it's definitely hurt us now more. It's hurt us a lot, actually. And even when we're playing, you know, a high press as well, artists, I think that Kulu will occasionally let teams out of, you know, a lot of pressure just by giving away kind of a silly free kick like that. And I get it. He likes the physical side of the game and he likes putting in challenges. It's just he does it too clumsy for me on plenty of occasions. Adrian Chia saying, brace ourselves for the likes of Enes Mura next season. I mean, the problem is that if we play this bad against teams like Enes Mura, this is just going to get even worse and even more embarrassing for us, Adrian Chia. I mean, it's going to probably be Europa League or Conference League for us. Looks like it's certain.
It's over. Champions League's over. It's done now. Look, I wanted to be in the Champions League. I think many did. That's why we're all sitting here and so angry and dejected, right? But being brutally honest, I'm just glad we salvaged some sort of European football at this point. I mean, we do have to win against Burnley or Sheffield United to more or less secure it. But having no Europe is boring. I'd much rather play NS more than not. But I would err on the side of caution. They better get a squad ready. None of this, you know, oh, we'll keep a few players around, a few steady Eddie pros and shit like that, because they're the biggest problem, you know. So they better get a squad ready. What I would suggest is bring some under-21s. You look at the fight back that they showed tonight and the fight they've all showed all season. At least they'll fight for this no matter what. So I would suggest what we haven't done in years gone by is sprinkle them squads with a few players like that. I think we should next season for sure.
Yeah. Adrian, I think this, even at what, to be honest, like the games that we did lose with Nuno and Conte playing, you know, every man behind the ball in the Conference League and things like that. I'm actually, if we do make it to Europa League and Conference League, at least I think the style of play would be more entertaining to come up against an Enes Mura and whatnot. But still, like, this is just not filling me with confidence for when we have more games to play, more fixtures, more congestion, all that sort of thing, right? It's only going to create more problems and more headaches for us. It's really difficult. Adrian, though, I would say Basuma, first, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on him, man, because the Third Kit Society, I don't think it's as bad of a place as some people might think, but once again, you know, you'd like to hope that Basuma can sort of pull himself, you know, back together as well. Steve D is saying, take my hat off to you both. Always put in a shift, even after a shocker. Steve, this one, I don't know what I'm saying anymore at this stage. I'm not sure I can't even tell you what I'm saying anymore. It's hard to make sense of this. As you know, like Dave and I really have backed every manager that's gone through this door because we just feel like they deserve that patience. They deserve that benefit of the doubt. It's just right now, it's just with the fans and everything, it's just things are so split and toxic again. It's just deja vu all over again, Steve D. And it is hard to make sense of it, and it's hard to know what to say. But I'm backing your man Ange. I'm backing our man Ange, and I hope that he can prove us right in the long run. But this is yet again another time where it's so early into a project, Steve, so early, and we're so quick to rip it up again and try with someone else. It's very scary. It's very frustrating.
Oh, it's just hard when you're constantly going around in circles, Steve D. I mean, you're just waiting here for, you know, some signs of improvement or direction that we're going in. And again, we're peeling out in a season with, you know, where are we going? I mean, Look, it's hard. To be brutally honest, with days like this, I've already told Jack, I already told you guys out there, it's no secret. I want to end it off on 90 minutes and go to bed and cry. I don't even want to sit here and have these post game discussions because it's just hard, man. It's just hard. But look, I appreciate it, my man. Look,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it if I didn't love the fucking football club. I just wish other people inside the football club had the same passion as some of the content creators. Content creators get a lot of grief at times and stuff like that, but they only do it because they love the club, you know. So I just wish other people inside the club would maybe show the same love that we have, but also you guys out there who support all of us. You know, you support all of us and want to hear the discussions because you also have the same love for the club. I just wish we could almost get to a model in Germany where fans can actually have their say on
Yeah.
what goes on in the club or have some sort of stake in it so that you can always hold people to account so you don't get turned over like we do.
These roller coasters are hard to take, Steve D. But they're easier to go through when we actually have wins and some good form, right? Like if we have the occasional loss, the occasional defeat, I think us as Spurs fans, we're usually pretty good at taking that. It's just of recent, right? It's just been really hard to take these kind of roller coaster games and these just really deflating results. These aren't even entertaining games or even high quality. We're just playing really bad and getting slaughtered. It's just not easy to take. It really isn't. But we've been here before. It's not like, Ange is the first time this has happened. We saw this happen to Conte. We saw this happen to Jose. We saw this happen to Nuno. We saw this happen under the tail end of Poch. Just have to somehow break it. We have to break this mold, Steve D. I appreciate you, though, sir. I do appreciate you. And as well, we have Boskies to send in a super chat. Boskies, let me know if you wanted to put something in the chat there, because I don't see anything at the moment, and it looks like you retracted what you want to say. I appreciate the support, but feel free to put anything in the chat there, and Dave and I will read it. And it's also just tequila. Sees tequila. I don't know what to say anymore. Tequila. I don't like feeling this way, and I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I feel like I'd be making a lot more sense if I had a beer or a cigarette in my hand. But Jory says, "Is this a good time to say I told you so?" Listen, Jory, I think your doubts of your doubts of your Ange would probably look more right today than they would in other days, but I don't really need to do the whole "I told you so" kind of thing. There are plenty of times when I could say "I told you so" with people. Tonight. I don't know, Jory. Maybe. I guess if you want to feel that way, you're welcome to, Jory. I appreciate you.
Do you know? Because no matter what side of the pin you sit on, as soon as you're all right, so I'm gonna hold my hands up. I think at some point we just gotta stop this and just sort of try and plot a pathway forward that everybody can get behind and pushes for. But look, working with certain things that I want to see him given before I can really sort of, say, oh, he's not my guy. But for right now, I just need to give him more time. But look, work away, my man. Work away. Yeah, everyone's entitled to their.
I think you broke up a lot there, Dave. But Jory, I think Jory, Dave, and you're welcome to tell us. I told you so. You're welcome to tell everybody I told you so. I think anybody is welcome to celebrate that. But there are plenty of players. There are plenty of things that I've said in the past where I probably could have said that. I told you so. Adrian Chia saying
he says just banter, not happy about it. I get it.
Yeah, I know, Jory. I know. And it's hard to feel like, what you said, only a day or two ago, and then you see it all come true, or you see it all get proven right, and to see it happen so quickly after having a conversation with us probably doesn't feel very good. Adrian Chia says, "Thank God for the first 10 games we had this season." Yeah, Adrian, I guess, right? At least we had some period where we were on top of the world and celebrating. It's just that's what's probably causing us torment and causing us further confusion is how good we were in that first 10 games to see how shit we are now. It's hard to take, and it's hard to understand, and it's hard to wrap your head around.
It's like wrapping a chocolate bar to a treadmill for me and saying, Dave, run 5 kilometers, you can have a square of chocolate. I mean, it's just a piss take at this point. When things were done right under Conte, we got a glimpse of how good it can be. Same with Jose to a certain degree, and same with Ange. But for some reason, we never have the cojones to ever follow it through for a full season. Look, I'm just sick of IrishHotspur, to be brutally honest. I just want to get back to some sort of consistency that we had under Pochettino. Just some sort of consistent level. I want to get back there, but I'm also not naive to know Pochettino's first season was the exact same. Faded out. People didn't know whether to sack him. Was he going to be good enough and stuff like that? But we stuck with it, and we ended up getting the benefits and the rewards out of it. Hopefully, we do the same here. Is all I can say. Honestly, I can't speak about this game anymore, though. I do need to go and cry, vent, be pissed off, and come back with a fresh head tomorrow.
Al Ben saying, Dave, could it be an overload of tasks by Ange? Too much for the players. They are looking less and less assured, which gets worse if you are not winning. Too much he's asking of them, right? Too many responsibilities, too much to be thinking about, both in and out of possession. Decent theory, Al. I mean, Al's just at least trying to stab at theories, right? Come up with reasons for maybe why the problems could be happening, and he's doing a better job at it than even probably you and I are, really. Do you think that could be the case, Dave? Like, there is something to that, where Ange does ask a lot of certain players in certain positions, right? The fullbacks, or the inverted fullbacks, have so much they have to think about, both out of possession and in possession. Some of the midfielders, the ground they have to cover, what they need to do both in possession and out of possession is a lot. Center backs. He does ask a lot of these players. It's not like there's a ton of easier positions to play. There really aren't many easy positions to play in this system, I think, apart from maybe the wingers. What do you make of that?
I get it. But Guardiola asks and demands a lot of his players. Same with Jurgen Klopp. Same with Arteta. I do get the general gist of what you're saying, but every player in every position in modern day football is going to have to do on the front foot and on the back foot, regardless of who your manager is. Yeah. You're going to have two approaches. You're going to have to do both sides of the game. Every player is going to be asked a lot of things nowadays about how tactically heavy the game has gone. But the way I see it, personally, is I think you have a core group of players that do want to go and win things. And for whatever reason, after the Chelsea game, it derailed. And when a lot of them come back, Tottenham were in a complete different position to where they left it. Their motivation has dropped off because of it. But then you've got fringe players who, quite frankly, they don't care if they're at it or not. They're just here to collect the wage. And it has an effect on everything. So I still think you've got a bit of a split of a squad there. Some players that want to go and succeed and some don't. But the ones who do want to succeed are almost getting dragged down by the ones who are just here for a good time. But if the players aren't good enough to carry out the instructions, then you got to get them gone, because they're never going to be good enough. Because we can sack Ange tomorrow. We'll probably turn to, an Arne Slot, hammer him, someone like that. Yeah. They're going to demand a lot of the players. Yeah. And what are they going to do then if they don't get that as well?
Great point.
Can't keep making these excuses.
Yeah, that's a great point. Like, still top managers like Klopp, Pep, they are asking also very complicated and difficult things of their players, and they are asking them to be of the top quality and of the top level, and they expect that out of them. That's how their systems work, and that's how they get the most out of it. It's not much of an excuse really for these players, but it is an explanation that Al Ben has probably come up with here. So fair play to Al Ben for coming up with an explanation.
What I will say is it would expose who's good enough, who's not. So fair play in that regard.
And who's willing to push themselves and who's willing to challenge themselves. Yeah. Maybe some of them, they could be good enough for it, but maybe they would rather play an easier system, or they would rather just be asked something more simple. And then that just says a lot about their mentality. Big up, though, Vince Vega. I see you're joining the house as well. Appreciate your support, sir. Boski's from the Super Chat from earlier. This is the comment that he wanted to say. He's saying, guys, chill. Facing the top 4 teams on form. Good ladder position. Playing attractive football. Add a handful of quality attackers on the current brilliant youngsters base. Set pieces is a solvable problem at the end of the day. So he's thinking, as much as this is doom and gloom, from the outside for Boskies, it feels like it's not as bad as maybe people are making it out to be. I'd agree with the attacker's point, Dave. Something that you and I have said, where do we actually have the needed quality up front? As much as I have laid a bit of blame on Ange's doorstep today, I've said that in the past. Like, is it really all on him, with the chances that we are wasting, the chances that we are spurning? He's getting them into the right positions. They just continue to make the wrong decision and continue to not execute the finish. And so how much is that is really on him? He is right. Like, set pieces, as much as it's a big problem for Spurs, it is a big problem. It is more solvable than other issues, right? You would rather, if it's going to be your biggest problem, set pieces is not the worst problem to have if it's going to be one of your big ones, because you think it is easier to fix than maybe other ones. And he's right. Maybe not enough quality players up front. That could be the real problem.
Look, I sort of align with his thinking. I sort of agree with it. I think where my anger comes from is just whenever we have anything to fight for, we just get let down every single time. And this is repetitive under every manager every season now, that we tail off towards the end of the season. But if we're strong enough, not even us strong enough to fix, if the board is strong enough and they're convinced by Ange Postecoglou, then show it and go and give them pieces. Look, I said there was going to come a forward point where that forward line was going to come unstuck, and it has done. So I agree. I'm not going to turn on that, and I'm not going to renege, because I've been proven right with that forward line. So I agree with that. I think set pieces is a problem that we can solve as well. Look, where we're at right now, we're going on like this formation. Everything's done. It's the worst in the Premier League, and that it's almost got us into the trouble that Burnley are in. But it's not. We're still sitting fifth in the Premier League table, outside managers of Emery, Klopp, Arteta and Guardiola, who have all had longer with their systems and have had transfer windows to bring in players to help implement it to full effect. And that's where I'm at with Ange Postecoglou, and that's what we need to do. So I do agree with it to a certain degree. I think right now a lot of the anger is off the back of North London Derby, which, look, I couldn't care less. I just don't want to lose that game ever. Whether we have a good enough squad to or not, I expect them to go out and win that game, and I get angry when we don't. And unfortunately, the same comes with Chelsea. And when there's two of them in quick succession, it amplifies the anger. It's your rivals. Fans are going to be angry for losing these games. I just hope over the next few weeks, clearer heads prevail. But right now, the anger's justified, and I'm not going to shoot anyone down for being angry, not even myself.
Exactly. Like, you can't just continue to make excuses for everyone after games like this, the past two. You just have to start pointing fingers, and you have to start asking more questions and more serious critical questions of everyone involved. But Boskies, I agree with you on the forward line. We mentioned it a couple of times in this watch along. We were just like, geez, how bad are these forwards? But it is something we probably could have mentioned more when trying to, answer some of the problems and some of the issues with this team. Has been, I'd say, just a lack of quality from the front three. A lack of quality for sure has been a big issue this season. Very good point from you, Boskies. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Jory.
Really appreciate it.
Not meant at you, great fellas. I have been seeing and saying it for a while. Unfortunately, Ange has lost the changing room. Keep up the great work, lads. Listen, Jory, I think that one was on me, actually, than it really was on you. I think at this stage, I'm starting to not see things straight. I can barely make sense anymore. I said this earlier. I don't even smoke, but I really wish I actually had a cigarette or something just to make more sense of this, just to have an easier kind of, brain or whatever to go with. It's just... I can't even make the right words, can't even make the right sentences anymore. And I imagine that I just read your tone wrong and just read sort of, your message wrong. And so that one I think is going to be on me. I don't think you needed to apologize or clarify yourself really. And we, what you said to us about Ange, I think a lot of it's been shown to be accurate or right with the recent performances. Like, Ange is getting exposed from set pieces. And he's also getting exposed on the counterattack on a regular basis. Chelsea could have definitely scored more. Wasn't the set pieces. They actually could have scored more from open play. And then you're right about him losing the changing room. Like, right now, it looks like at least half of that changing room does not believe in him right now at this moment in time. So, Jory, I think you've been well proven right, or at least, you're right for right now. And believe me, I think I just took that wrong, just because
Look, Jack,
I'm getting tired. I think I'm getting
look,
tired
we're
as well.
touchy and sensitive after a defeat. You know that, Jerry. You know me especially. I'm touchy and sensitive after a defeat. I just hate losing. I can't stand it. And especially when I can't do anything about it, it's even worse. At least if I had myself to blame, I could know where to fix it and stuff like that. But I can't. So I get touchy and I do apologize and I get the banter, my man. Throw it our way. I get it, you know. It's just hard on match days when you lose. But look, when it comes to Ange Postecoglou, look, I've been around the block just like many of you guys have. When you see the words that came out from the embargoed section, I believe Ange just said a quote where, you know, the team didn't have the mindset that I wanted to. That's on me. There are things starting to come out now where it does look like there's been an argument, falling out, a split. Some people maybe don't believe in it and stuff like that. It does seem like that. But again, are the club going to let the squad of players win? Or are they going to double down and send out a message by saying, he's our guy, you're here to do what he asks you to do, not what you want to do personally. Yeah. So let's wait and see. But I do believe we're at that crossroads. I've been around enough where we've all watched it happen at other clubs. When these words start coming out, we know how it ends. So let's wait and see what the club decided to do. It's up to them to show the metal. They brought him in here because they believed in him. They know they sold Harry Kane underneath his rug. They know that he needs a full squad to compete. What are they going to do? Let's wait and see.
And with Jory, the fact that you also went earlier than than definitely I have as well on some of these doubts, not even over Ange, just over kind of just your general picture of this whole changing room and the club and the relationship with Ange. It's, I think, then harder for me to make sense of it straight away when it's something that's already been on the back of your mind, right? I think it's easier for you to make sense of it and put it into words. And yeah, think you've caught me out where I don't even know what to make sense of this anymore. I'm trying very hard, but struggling with it. And I wish I could blame it. I wish I could blame it on myself. I love that, Dave. I wish I could blame this defeat on myself. Then I think I'd be making a better stab at it, Jory. Big up to you, sir. And I didn't even think you needed to send that in because I think I just read it wrong. I think I really just read it wrong. I appreciate you though, man.
Look, we're just touchy. Forgive us. We're just touchy when we lose.
And then the artist says as well, in the 34th minute, Ange was yelling, "Stop passing effing backwards. You press, according to our subreddit." I wouldn't be surprised.
Look,
and he wouldn't tell them to sit back. He wouldn't tell them to stop pressing. And you pointed that out at some point in the watch along, Dave, where it felt like the intensity of the press, the intensity of how they were working for each other did drop very quickly after the goal conceded.
Completely. Look, Ange Postecoglou was fuming on the touchline. And that's another sign where things aren't going right? Because Ange Postecoglou's been very calm on the touchline this season and almost waited till half-time to deliver his messages. Today he didn't do that. He put the team on blast. He started yelling at them. And if that is what is yelled, I mean, that's worrying because then it's players not doing what the manager is asking them to do. Where we heard that before. I mean, you know, people used to blame Conte and Jose for the team sitting so deep, but yet they were telling us that's not what I'm asking the team to do. They're taking it upon themselves. And we've changed a lot of personnel since then. Again, it's the culture that we set. Players can do what they want if you keep hiring and firing managers and making them the butt of the problem. I'm thinking the problem goes away with them. If that is what is said, it's concerning even more then, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's worrying when he is having to say that so quick into the game. Maybe 60th, 70th minute when he starts to see some drop-off in energy levels, maybe he would start screaming things like that, but not 30 minutes in, right? Especially after conceding. Bad signs that they're giving up.
Well, it's Chelsea. You shouldn't have to scream that until at least half-time, Jack, right? Or even at least 60 minutes. Yeah. It's fucking Chelsea off the back of a North London derby defeat. Exactly. You shouldn't even have to say anything at all, to be brutally honest.
Exactly, and that's what screams to some of the problems that could be going on in that changing room. Their drop kicker teacher. Really appreciated some of the more specific things that you have mentioned today, actually, with Kulu, with this point as well. I do appreciate that, artist, because, like I said, it actually gives me an easier attempt at sometimes trying to make sense here with what I'm trying to say, and I appreciate that. Al Ben, making my job easier. Al Ben says, add to my point, Ange on the sideline today shows a normally composed parent when your kids are getting out of hand rather than just not being good. What do you make of that, Dave?
I mean, I think he's making the same point as drop kick your teacher to a degree. That Ange is usually calm on the sideline, and it's something that people have aimed at him, right? He doesn't do anything on the sideline and stuff, but today he did. And I've said this before, Jack, when you see managers start thinking with formations, all of a sudden making a lot of changes to the lineup like we're seeing lately, changing their mannerisms and their characteristics and the way they normally behave, things aren't right. I think Al Ben's spot on. He's actually summed up what I've trying to be saying better than I could in such less words. So fair play to you, Al Ben. Quite an achievement.
It might have been you that pointed out that Ange, it's not a good sign when Ange is looking as frustrated as he did that quickly into the game, and that upset and that emotional, because he normally hasn't done that a lot this season. But Dave, I do have a fire truck going by me, so any final words from yourself here as we sort of wrap things up?
Look, again, do you know what? I'm not even going to apologise for Tottenham's behalf, because it's not me and Jack that are doing this to you guys. It's Tottenham. So, look, our season's over. Whether people want to stick with the last few games or not, it's completely up to you. Look, what I will say is the Chelsea and the Liverpool, or the Chelsea and the Arsenal game died down a bit, and we can have good back and forth conversations, whether it's Ange in, Ange out, and we can sort of have good conversations. But right now, there's no point in having a lot of these conversations, because off the back of two of your biggest rivals in London, everything's shit right now. No cool heads or, proper conversations are really going to prevail in that regard. So, look, what I would say to people is go and enjoy the rest of your evening, probably enjoy tomorrow, and let's get back at it after the Liverpool game and sort of see where everybody's at then and stuff when cooler heads are prevailed. But most of all, look, thank you very much for all you guys out there. As shit as it is, you actually make it bearable for us. And believe it or not, the questions you ask us and stuff, it's actually therapy for me. It means I don't have to go and waffle the ears off my missus or my dad and stuff like that, which is probably a huge plus to them. And not the result. Disappointed, let down again. I'm sorry.
Yeah. These are not the nights that I enjoy, everyone. I hope that you can try to make it, whatever left you have of it, a better one. I hope you guys can look forward to a good weekend and a better week, but we have another tough game afterwards. I mean, it's hard. It's hard for Dave and I. I love this club. I love doing these watch-alongs. I love celebrating Spurs goals and, the banter and all the fun that comes with it. It's just when you have these two back-to-back, it does take a lot out of you.
It's so draining.
It just draining, deflating. You start to not make sense anymore, know what to say anymore. It's hard. And I'd like to get back to what Dave and I know are good at, which is celebrating, rubbing it in people's faces, being complete, kind of honestly idiots really on screen. That's what we're probably better at than doing this. And I hope we can get back to it sometime soon. It's just hard when you love your club as well. You just don't like to have to go through this type of, roller coasters, up and downs, and it's hard. It's hard.
Last thing I would say is the under-21's a remarkable comeback today, if that's true. We're in the under-21 Premier League Cup final, and also the women teams are in the FA Cup final. Let's go and throw all of our support behind both of them, and hopefully they can actually bring us a bit of joy this season. I know the under-17s and under-18s did last season, so although the senior team season is over, some of the other age groups and some of the other teams around Tottenham ain't. So let's get behind them, and hopefully they can actually make us proud. Yeah. And respect this on our chest. This is what we get up for every day, and this is what we go to bed for every single day. And they respect it. And hopefully the senior team can actually learn a bit off these guys.
Yeah, it shows. It looks like the ladies and the under-21s are the teams with the lack of, the lack of bottle. Really, they're the ones who really have the cojones to actually give us something to cheer about. The ladies and the under-21s and the younger ones. So there's that to look forward to. There's that to be happy about. But everybody, I think we'll leave you there. Just want to say massive, massive thank you to so many of you guys who have stuck with us throughout this watch along, have tolerated with some of our blabbering, some of our talking here, and just it's not great vibes right now with Spurs, and you guys have rode it out with us, rode out these roller coasters, these tough times, and I just want to say thank you to so many of you who have done it for years, have done it for, however long you've been with us on these watch-alongs, but we really do appreciate it. Like I say, you guys, there's so many out there, but you guys seem to pick us, and we are appreciative of that, and especially days like this, I think we are really appreciative of it. Thank you to everyone else as well who sent in a super chat, got a membership today as well for supporting us. It really does go a long way in keeping these things going. would like to do a Twitter React sometime soon, Dave, so we can actually win a game. But
Yeah, I know.
let's hope we can do that this Sunday. Not sure the next time you'll see us, but we'll definitely put out some content between now and the Liverpool game. But yeah.
I'll definitely get a predicted lineup going. Channel predictions. It depends whether people want to send in their predictions for the remaining 3 games. I'll probably. But look, you'll see us between now and the Liverpool game at some point anyway.
All right, everyone. We're going to leave you.
Have
a good rest of your evening. Have a good rest of your week if you can. Chin up, like Surfs Australia says. Yeah, we'll try to. And we'll be seeing you. Come on, you Spurs. I'm going to still trust in Ange we trust, but, it's definitely a tough time with everyone. And we'll be seeing you. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go.